Yo.
Gonna laugh, gonna cry. It's a
Matt Nye Show.
Have a chat.
Yo, I don't think I'll ever not smile hearing this, man. Mark killed this shit. Shout out to Mark Vasquez.
I know why.
Yeah. It's the Matt Nye Show.
It's a Matt Nye Show. It's the Matt
Nye Show.
Matt Nye Show.
Yeah. Welcome to the fucking show. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's another day in paradise. Today, today we have a goal. I got a goal in mind today. And that goal is we're gonna go through some of the music and we're gonna pick out some lyrics, and then I'm gonna see if there's a story attached to it. Either I'll give you the meaning or I'll give you the meaning plus a story, and then later on we'll cut that up and those will go into behind the bars. And I figure instead of just waiting for it to naturally occur like I have and have a month in between, we'll focus on that. That gives us something to focus on, which is a good thing for a show. You know, it shouldn't just be aimless. No matter how cool a motherfucker is, you should have some sort of goal. So that's the goal for today. And I figure what better than to jump into the classic whatever is whatever. And there's a lot in there. So let's see what we find. I don't know if anyone tapped in just yet. Hey, 3 people tapped in. What's good? Hope y'all doing all right. Dalton Duo in the motherfucking building. What up, Leanne? What up, Lily? We got the motherfucking family in the house. I love it. Luke in the building. What up, Luke? All right, for sure, man. So we got it. So all right, so cool. So that leads me to my next thing, bruh. What lyrics have you guys heard that means a lot to you, or what do you not get, or be like, yo, what does that mean? Or maybe you think you know what it means. Tell me what it means to you. And then, yeah, anytime. You already know, Lily. You only get it once a year, dog. So it's an honor, homie. Yeah, fucking. What am I? Well, yeah. Give me requests. That's the word. I forgot how to speak words. Give me requests. Let me know if there's any lyrics that you want me to break down. And then later, if it's a dope story, we'll put that bitch in the behind the bars. And yeah, man, love you, motherfuckers, bro. Thanks for tapping in, y'all. Thanks for tapping in. I think I meant to say y'all, and I said yeah. Thanks for tapping in, yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? Thanks for tapping in, see? Yeah. I ain't do shit today, man. I woke up. I started my new job, which is pretty dope, by the way, man. Been working with kids with autism, which is like super cool. A little, it's like a bunch of emotions, but it's fucking dope. So I've been doing that. And now we're focused on the music. Let's get it. Let's whatever's whatever. Again, if y'all got requests, let me know and we'll dive into that immediately.
Yeah.
Cause my problem is I got so many fucking songs I don't even know what to dive into.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Never, maybe never.
Yeah, see?
But it's ever.
Look here, get them, boys.
That shit stuck with me.
Hey, we did it at the same time. We did it at the same time, Leah. Look at that. Knock on wood. Yeah, see? Alright, let me stop.
Yo, this world's a trip, and all our leaders are a liar. Little kids expire from gunfire like the wire, and times ain't changed. Just
hey, fill up in the building. Now we got the whole Milburn family, bro. Now it's complete. The puzzle is complete.
The shower's only gases.
Yeah, man.
What's
up, bro? Sounds like you had a good day. Oh man, I ain't had shit today. I just been chilling, bro. That's a good day. Just chilling. Talked to some good friends, man. You know, caught up with some people, bro. Everything's good, man.
Or police press their knees. 41 shots for a wallet. They asked him for ID. That's why he dug up in his pockets. From Pop Doc to Pol Pot, we burning like some timbers. The Heimlich, the Himmlers, the Stalins, the Hitlers. When motherfuckers homicidal, they gain power, then it turns into genocidal. Our final hour now, whatever is whatever. Never now, maybe never, but it's ever. That keeps me going after this forever. Whoever and whoever couldn't keep it together. Just sever them ties, tether the debtors, beggars, endeavors. Never, maybe ever. Whatever's clever. We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together. Whatever is whatever. Never now, maybe never, but it's ever. That keeps us going after this forever. Whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together. Just sever them ties, tether the debtors, beggars, endeavors. Never, maybe ever. Whatever's clever. We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together. Now I once had a soulmate, realized it too late. Now when I eat pussy, gotta wash my mouth with Colgate. I don't trust these hoes, I don't trust myself. Shit, if I get too high, I might fuck myself. So I get blown while I sit on my throne. Heard this chick was a diamond, came from Sierra Leone. But I lean on no one like Leon the professional. Here's a confessional from a semi-intellectual. I bet life was written in the style of Greek tragedy. I bet Luc Besson tried to fuck Natalie. Had to be. Ain't everything that glitters you should fancy. Ronan got us Harvey. His mom hung with Polanski. And I heard Jane Fonda won't wear Prada, while vets walk the streets at night with no dollars. My gramps hung with Lansky, asked if he killed Siegel. Meyer shed a tear and said we all got some evil we see through. Sometimes your friends ain't your people, you feeble. I take risk, evil Knievel. Yeah, and that's all I need. I keep my father in my pocket with my hand in my jeans. Digging through his old poems just to see what he sees. Used to tell me we alone inside of
like Pale Horse, man. I wrote before the war going on in the Middle East. I mean, obviously there's always shit going on, but like when I listen back to that shit, it's like, yo, it's lit. I mean, I just released it, which is crazy, but I made it a year or two ago, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy how relevant sometimes you say shit because it's just in the air, bro. You know what I mean? I think a lot of artists, there's something you tap into, and then later on you look back and it's like, oh fuck, that was a warning to my damn self and everybody else. What up, CJ? What up, Chubb?
Never, maybe ever. Whatever's clever. We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together. Whatever is whatever. Never, now,
there's so many bars to break apart in that one, man. I'm gonna need your guys' help with this, bro, because that's my issue, man. Like
this forever.
I write so much that it's hard to pick apart. Now in this song, there's like 20 different things I want to talk about. So let's run it back, because this is probably the
say whatever is whatever
biggest song.
Never, maybe never.
Might as well break that shit apart. So I kind of
going.
explained that in the beginning. So my dad was a songwriter his whole life, right? He made like folk music. Let me know if it sounds weird. It sounds like the mic's fucking up a little bit. But yeah, my dad was a folk writer his whole life. Not really a singer. He played guitar and he wrote lyrics, and it never really worked out. He had a lot of bad experiences. I think he went out to Nashville when he was younger for a bit, and a bunch of fucked up shit happened out there, and a lot of interesting, weird anti-Semitic shit that happened, and like, cause he was trying to write for country and folk, and like, I don't know, shit got weird, but it just didn't work out for him. Plus, you know what I'm saying, he was an addict and all types of shit, so he probably went out there and had more fun than he was supposed to. But anyway, one song he wrote that me and the whole family, alright, bet, thank you, homie, that me and the whole family, it always meant something to, was a line from, he wrote this song called Whatever Is Whatever. And the song, man, it was a beautiful song, bro. And on the surface, it was like a love lost song, which a lot of his songs were. But in truth, it was really about like as he gets older and as he gets sicker and as he's decaying in a sense, you know, based off his life choices and time. You know, it was really about like, hey man, you know, we had a good time. You know, the good is the good, the bad is the bad, whatever's whatever. But it's the ever that keeps this shit going. So was your dad the one that influenced your music? I mean, he influenced this song. He influenced a lot of songs. I mean, you know, his passing, obviously, I wrote a lot of songs about that, just trying to get through it. So yeah, man, of course he influences a lot of my music. A lot of my wisdom comes from him. Comes from my grandpa and shit. But his style of music was real different. I mean, he loved like Tupac and Nas and Eminem even. He loved like that shit only because I would listen to it. And then he'd be like, oh, you know what? That shit's got some meaning behind it. But, yeah, what up, Blue? I didn't even say what's up to you, man. But yeah, bro. I wouldn't say he influenced the sound, but he influenced the heart and the soul of it 100%, bro. 100%. So, yeah, man. So that song, Whatever Is Whatever, for him, was basically a letter to his kids. Because, you know, he kind of saw what was coming. Appreciate that. And so the song was Whatever Is Whatever, never, maybe never, but it's ever that keeps us going strong. And even before he passed, my sister got It's Ever That Keeps Me tatted on her somewhere, I think on her leg, and I got it tatted on my chest. And so the song always meant a lot. And then when he passed away, obviously it held a different spot. So I was like, you know, I can't write, because me and my dad every now and then I used to write songs with him, you know, just for fun. And so I was like, you know, he's gone, we can never collaborate again. So I was like, yo, let me make this song based on, you know, man, shit sounds crazy to me, but yeah, let me make this song based on you know, one of his songs. So it was almost like a collaboration. So there's that, the Whatever Is Whatever, just like I said in the beginning, something my dad always said, something he wrote down. And then in the second verse, if it means, I don't know if it means much, but I start the verse off with saying, I once had a soulmate, realized it too late, and then I flipped it with that dumb shit, you know, now, you know what I'm saying, you know, gotta wash my mouth, if, you know, eat some pussy, gotta wash my mouth with Colgate or whatever. But the first line, once a soulmate realized it too late, was another song my dad wrote back in the day. You know, it was like, I once had a soulmate, but I realized it too late. You know, and that was just some, you know, heartbreak song or whatever. So yeah, man. So this song in general, in fact, you know, we'll go even deeper than that, bro. So whatever is whatever, because I'm talking what? We're talking about Nazis. We're talking about, you know, little kids getting killed out in the streets like The Wire. We're talking about conversations my grandfather had with mobsters that kept him alive, and different advice that was passed down in my family from generations back, and like all this shit. And I go back to, you know, what is that about, right? And this is both a really dope story, and it has a little sadness and darkness and funniness to it too. But basically, man, growing up, my pop, we used to have this thing called midnight talks, right? Every night. So and back in the day, bro, so Nickelodeon, the last show they would show would be Hey Arnold, right? So me and my pop would stay up late, we'd watch Hey Arnold, and then after Hey Arnold it turned into Nick at Night. Then it would be like the Happy Days, and I think we watch Happy Days, and I think after that like Sanford and Son or something, and then it was like, all right, it's time to go to bed. And it, you know, might have been 10 or 11, but you know, we called it midnight talk. So every night before we went to sleep. By the way, man, just to tell y'all some crazy shit. So we grew up in a 1-bedroom apartment, me and my dad. So we slept in the same room, you know what I'm saying, in the same bed really, till eventually he went out in the living room. So we used to have this thing called midnight talks, where we would just talk about everything from like the dangers of like Nazism, the dangers of extreme Republican views, the dangers of extreme liberal views, like how extremism works on both. We talked about everything under the sun, man. We talked about, you know, old school hippie shit. We talked about, like I said, like World War II. So a lot of the shit we talked about, I kind of threw it all in this song. And so it's just kind of lessons in life. And then even at the end, 100%, you know, 100%, never forget them. But yeah, man, so this song really is that. It's an ode to my pop, and it's kind of like our midnight talks, really, is what this whole fucking song is. It's a bunch of random things that all mean something deeply to the world and to me. And so that's what this song is, really. It's I redid the hook, you know, instead of whatever is whatever, never maybe never, it's ever, that keeps us going on, you know, into more just, you know, more just kind of rappy, you know, whatever is whatever, never, now maybe never, but it's ever, that keeps us going after this forever. Whomever and, you know, whatever and whomever couldn't keep us together, just sever the ties, tethered the debtors, beggars, endeavors. You know what I mean? And, you know, and then that whole we live a life of leisure or poverty, live a life of leisure and poverty mixed together, which is so true in this day and age, man. Like, you go to a public school, like there's kids that I grew up with, man, that are dirt poor and fucked, and then there's a couple kids that's like, yo, I didn't even know you had money, bro. Like, damn, like y'all were living. So, you know, it's just we live in a melting pot, dog. So, and even not, and then also think about like I live in LA now, bro, and you go downtown. I mean, I have songs about this, just the juxtaposition of like just a dude sitting in his own shit next to a building that's $6,000 a month for the studio apartment, and the only way to get into that building, the shit opens up in the back like Batman, and a Phantom goes in or a Bentley goes in, and it's just wild. Like to me, it reminds me of like when you play the video games of the Middle Ages, right? And like you're the big ass beautiful castle, but to get through the castle, there's all the people tented outside, like, I'm hungry, please, sir, more soup, please. You know, that's like we pretend we live in a different time, but we don't. And that's the kind of shit me and my pop talked about, right? Is the trick, right? How is a policeman any different than a knight collecting taxes? Maybe when he's investigating like a child's murder, we need that, you know, go get that justice. But when he's pulling you over for a parking ticket, and you're getting a letter in the mail because you passed the speed, you know what I'm saying? You passed the camera, like, I don't know, bruh. I don't know. So that's what that song's about, bro. It's those conversations, you know, nuanced conversations about life, bro. Not just blindly following a cause because it's some of the same people from a past cause you followed. It's really diving into it, you know. Like my dad used to talk about, you know, like he was like, you know, back in the day, you know, we would be fighting for a cause, and then you'd have motherfuckers that were like just kind of destroying it with the best intentions. Got to watch out for that shit, right? So I don't know, man. So let's listen back, bro, with everything I just said and see how much of that is in there. Maybe we could break that down. Again, bro, I need y'all help, man. You guys have been listening. If there's any lyrics you really want me to break down, let me know. I'm sure there's a story behind everything. And if there's not a personal story behind it, there's a personal meaning behind it. And wherever I learned it, that we'll have a story.
Whatever
so yeah, there's a story,
whatever.
Doc. There's a story. Let's go back.
Never, yeah.
Forgive me. I'm high. I haven't really eaten yet.
My dad used to say, whatever is whatever. Never may be never. But it's ever that keeps us going. That shit stuck with me. Yeah. Yo, this world's a trip, and all our leaders are a liar. Little kids expire from gunfire like the wire. And times ain't changed, just the products that we buying. No, 95% of this world is sheep-minded. Following the leader, the shower's only gases. I have them buy some products, making money off the masses. These motherfuckers thoughtless, only good for paying taxes. Ladies' minds are babies, only good for shaking asses. They say cash is king, so we cut it out of trees like as if...
So that's a good line right there to break down, right? Because I've had people hit me up about that before. Yo, what up, Death Dealer? What up, CJ? What up, Phillip? What up, everybody in the motherfucking building? But yeah, I've had people hit me up, man, like, yo, ladies are worth more than shaking their asses, and men are worth more than paying their taxes. Like, yeah, motherfucker, that's the point. I'm talking about the power that be above you. First of all, their possible view of you, but even more importantly, the view they want you to have of yourselves. Hence the music taking all the love out, and it's just about fuck the. And I'm guilty of this shit too, because we've all been hurt. But there's a reason behind shit that they're doing. Music. A lot of music was about love. Now it's about hate. So like it's that. I'm not saying that ladies ain't shit and they're only good for shaking their asses. And I'm not saying that you're a human being without a soul and you're worth nothing but the amount of taxes you could pay. But the people that above you, that's why you have a social security numbers, because you're a fucking number and you pay money to somebody. So you get what I'm trying to say? It's that. It's like this world's a trip and all our leaders are a liar. I didn't say one side's a liar, the other side's a liar. They're all fucking liars. And if you don't know that, you're an idiot. Sorry, learn better, be better. Everybody's a liar. If somebody is that motivated to, bro, do you really want to lead the world? Especially if you're a good person. You know how tiring, you know how many horrible decisions you'd have to make? You got to be a little fucked up to even want that, let alone to excel at it. So anyway, there's that. Your leader's a liar. Little kids expire from gunfire like the wire. That's been happening in every inner city and every city in general. Motherfuckers get shot and die, and it's unneeded. And I'm not saying I'm against the weapons, but I'm against the violent culture that definitely not against the weapons. Take away the weapons and we're victims of the next Holocaust. But you get what I'm trying to say, man. Shit's fucked up, bro. Shit is fucked up. Our leaders are a liar. Little kids expire like gunfire from the wire. I fucked up. Times ain't changed, just the products that we're buying. So I mean, that's obvious, right? Like it's not 1960, but you're still working real hard to get that house you can't really afford. You could probably afford more then. And you got to get the car, and you got to get this, and you got to get that, and it's like everything, and you're spending time away from the things that matter in order to get it, and then you realize that what you got didn't even matter, and it was the things that you didn't really, the shit you took for granted that really had value, and the things that have value age and die. Everything changes, so you could have your nice Bentley and keep that shit polished and nice for the rest of your life, but in order to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is what Phillip say. Yeah, but kids having kids nowadays, and they do give two fucks about what they bring into the world. Oh, don't give. You're saying. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's a generalization. I mean, yeah, dog. There's a lot of that. There's a whole lot of that. But that's not everything. I mean, most evil kid I knew back in the day, his dad was like 70 back then. His dad died when we were still going in the high school, and his pop should have had a whole bunch of wisdom, but the only wisdom he had was hate and evil and go and get yours, and you know what I'm saying? So that shit, you're right, but I don't know. But at the same time, you're right on many levels, right? It's all about who raised you. Like, bruh, the wisdom my dad had was a mixture of the shit he went through plus what my grandpa had. Like, you know, you don't think about that, but I am lucky, right? Like, when I was really young, I had somebody with 90-something years of experience and somebody with 50 years of experience, so there's something to that. But yeah, man, life's a trip. Let me get back on what I was saying. Let's go back.
It doesn't give us oxygen so we can breathe. While police press their knees, 41 shots for a wallet. They asked him for ID, that's why he dug up in his pockets.
And that was a reference to, I'm gonna fuck up dude's name. I think it's Swahili or something, but Dialeu or Dolly, something like that. You'd have to look it up. But there was this dude. I think it was in the 90s. I remember it was a big deal when I was a little kid. And the cops like stopped him, asked him for his wallet. He went into his pocket to pull out his wallet, and they shot him like 41 or 47 times. However many times I say in there, they shot him like 47 something times. It was all on tape. They were like, give us your wallet. Okay, here's my wallet. Da 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 da. Terrible, horrible, disgusting. So I brought that up because that's relevant.
From Pop Doc to Pol Pot, we burning like some timbers. The Heimlich, the Himmlers, the Stalins, the Hitlers.
So from Pop Doc to Pol Pot, Papa Doc was I think it was Haiti. Pretty sure it was Haiti. Massacred a shit ton of people. Evil motherfucker. And then, you know, like their version of Hitler. And then Pol Pot, same thing, killed, I think it was Cambodia or someplace. I have to look back. It's been a while since I've really read about that terrible shit. But yeah, Pol Pot was another evil, terrible, Hitler-esque, Stalin-esque type of motherfucker. The beat on this one was done by the homie Spaceman, and that space spelled, the A is a V. And love that dude, bro. He's worked on a lot of my beats, especially earlier on. You know, I tried to actually buy this one outright, and he gave it to me, sent me the paperwork and everything, showed me love. And then he kept giving me beats, and I think at some point he probably felt a certain way, but I kept trying to pay him. So eventually, finally, he's like, bro, you gotta purchase the beat. And I'm like, that's totally fine. But unfortunately, the way shit worked is when I could afford to purchase the beat, he wouldn't let me purchase the beat. And now I have to purchase the beat beforehand instead of just doing splits. And I can't afford to. So we'll definitely get back on it again. But that's the homie, man. He's ridiculously good. And I still got a bunch he gave me. So, but yeah, what else did he do, man? I'd have to think about it, bro. He did what's that shit? Joe's Apartment, and think he did Mama Said. I'm not 100. No. I think Othello might have did Mama Said. Anyway, I'd have to look into it. But yeah, Spaceman, that's the dude right there.
When motherfuckers homicidal, they gain power, then it turns into genocidal. I find allowing now whatever is whatever. Never now, maybe never, but it's ever. That keeps me going after this forever. Whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together. Just sever them ties, tethered to debtors, beggars, endeavors. Never, maybe ever. Whatever's clever. We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together. Whatever is whatever. Never now, maybe never, but it's ever. That keeps us going after this forever. Whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together, just sever them ties, tethered to debtors,
appreciate that.
endeavors. Never, maybe ever. Whatever's clever, we live
I
a
went
life
behind
of
the
leisure
bars
and
on
poverty stuck
yesterday.
together.
Yeah, man,
Now
we could look
had
out.
a
We could look after
soulmate,
that.
realized it too late. Now when
If you got like a certain bar or something that sticks out, let me know.
See, gotta wash my mouth with Colgate. I don't trust these hoes, I don't trust myself. Shit, if I get too high, I might fuck myself. So I get blown while I sit on my throne. Heard this chick was a diamond, came from Sierra Leone. But I lean on no one like Leon the professional. Here's a confessional from a semi-intellectual. I bet life was written in the style of Greek tragedy. I bet Luc Besson tried to fuck Natalie. Had to be, ain't everything that glitters you should fancy. Ronan got us Harvey, his mom hung with Polanski. And I heard Jane Fonda won't wear Prada.
So that line, you know, actually whatever. There's another story for the bar after that too. But right there is just talking about like how
everything that glitters you should fancy.
You know, not everything that glitters, you know, is gold. You know, that old shit. And then I said, you know, Ronan got us Harvey. His mom hung with Polanski. And Ronan Farrow was a Roman Farrow. Roman or Ronan? I don't remember. But Ronan Farrow was the guy that wrote that article about Epstein, right? Being a pervert and brought him down. Pretty much started the Me Too movement, right? But and I wasn't trying to talk bad against that. My point that I was trying to make is that like everything in this world's got nuance, right? Like nobody is perfect. There's no hero. Even if somebody is the hero of this event, I was just trying to say, yeah, but his mom, right? His mom was married or hung out, or no, I think was like best friends with Roman Polanski, who everybody in Roman Polanski's circle knew that he was banging kids. So it's just so it wasn't even, and it's not talking shit on him or even his mom, because I don't know her situation. All I was saying is like that's the world we live in. The hero of today who's bringing light to his subject was raised by quite possibly a monster, right? And that's the idea, is like, bruh, we don't know the good, we don't know the bad, right? Like that monster birthed somebody that ended up changing, you know, the a lot of the ways some people are behaving, at least made them stop acting like monsters in a certain way. So, right, there's good and bad and everything. So again, you know, nowadays, bro, a lot of people, they're very this or they're very that. And I could see myself really offending somebody that's either really this or really that, because you got to have some nuance, bro. You got to understand, like any group has a goal, and you might not know the goals. So you got to have your own goals. And if you have your own goals, if you have your own mind, if you have your own ideas of what things should be, then you could see that sometimes this group's right, sometimes this group's right, maybe most of the time this one, but you get to kind of be an individual human being and pick and choose what feels right to accomplish or to get the world to be whatever it is you want, instead of just being a sheep for this one thing. And I think that's the point. Yeah, motherfucker, that's the point. Maybe. I'm rambling, but that's the point. Oh, yeah, well, yeah, there's good and bad and everything. That was the gist with that. Now, the next line is more of that, really.
Harvey, his mom hung with Polanski.
And I heard Jane Fonda won't wear Prada. No vets walk the streets at night with no dollars. So, like, that line's a little deep, but I remember, like, my pop was super liberal, super hippie, you know, fought for all different types of movements, and he said he remembers the biggest shame he ever had for his own side was the way they treated the vets after Vietnam, right? Because he was like, he remembers he went to like these protests, and next thing he knows, people are screaming at these 17, 18-year-old boys that just came back from seeing the worst shit in the fucking world, and they were tossing rocks at him and saying that they were all for peace, when it's like, bro, are you out of your motherfucking mind? Like, it's not their fault. Like, it's the leader. If you got a problem, you protest the leader, not like, what were they supposed to say no and then go to jail for the rest of their lives? Were you going to break them out of jail? Was that going to be part of your movement? Were you even going to know their names and knew they existed if they did? So it's just like, you know, it's just that fake shit, like trying to do good, but all you're doing, like with good intentions, creating bad intentions. So I was talking about that because Jane Fonda kind of ran that social movement, and in a sense, I probably agreed with most of what she was saying back then, right? Like, I don't think a lot of people do, but I do in the sense, like, fuck war, fuck the you know, the war machine, all that money, that's just evil as fuck. But at the same time, I'm also not an idiot, and I know if, you know, motherfuckers are building bombs, then, you know, building you know, nuclear weapons, maybe you should preemptively get them if you know that their charter includes blowing you up with them. So, like, you know what I'm saying, it's a mix of both, dog. It's war, it's peace, it's nuance. You got to know nuance, bro. If you're mad at you know, you're mad at laws in your city, and I feel that fuck the police shit, but if you really want to go deep, if you're mad at laws in your city, whatever a cop is, basically his fucking job is to enforce that law, right? And so if you really want to change, right? If they're abusing their power, fuck them, motherfucker. But what I'm saying is, if you really want to change, it's the lawmakers, right? It always goes back to the people at the top. And the point is to keep the people on the bottom fighting. And it's a trap, homie. It's a trap. So that was the idea. Is like, again, like Jane Fonda said, she did something. I won't wear this name brand for this. But you also caused a lot of college kids to throw rocks at vets, and then lived a real comfortable, rich lifestyle. And there's no blame cast on either. I'm telling a story of facts. You feel what I'm saying? That's the point of this motherfucking song. It's just saying what it is, what happened. How do you feel about it? Same way and by the way, the reason for that isn't because I don't have a fucking opinion. I clearly do. The reason for that is because that's how my dad taught me with the Midnight Talks. He wasn't like, this is how I think and this is how you should think. He's like, this is what the fuck happened. This is my perspective of it. Right? This is how I feel about it, and this is how some other people feel about it. So, and that's really the only way. If you want blind people following you, or you want free thinkers to help you create some shit.
Meyer shed a tear and said we all got some evil. Polanski. And I heard Jane Fonda won't wear Prada. Well, vets walk the streets at night with no dollars. My gramps hung with Lansky, asked if he killed Siegel. Meyer shed a tear and said we all got some evil we see through. Sometimes your friends ain't your people, you feeble. I take risk, evil Knievel. Yeah, and that's all I need. I keep my father in my pocket with my hand in my jeans, digging through his old poems just to see what he sees. Used to tell me we alone inside of our heads. It don't matter who be lying on on the side of your best. It's just you with your thoughts deep inside of your mind. Cause every person that you love's just a moment in time. So make sure that you're happy with the decisions you made. While I'm riding fucked up down the road that I paved. So please savor the journey, time is slipping away. And don't be in much of a hurry, destination's a grave. So I still remember the words that he said, like whatever is whatever, never now maybe never, but it's ever that keeps us going after this forever. Whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together, just sever them ties, tether the debtors, beggars, endeavors, never maybe ever, whatever.
So even that one line, you know, let me go back a little bit.
Couldn't keep it together, but it's ever that keeps us going after this forever.
Whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together. Now, the next line, that line meant a lot to me, because people, man, as you get older, bro, people lose their minds sometimes. People fall victim to substance abuse. People just change because life's crazy. Or they change, and you know, that line from Nas, you know, best friends become strangers. So that line was like not about abandoning. It's a whomever and whoever couldn't keep it together. I didn't say it, but I'm saying that you could just hold on to them still as hard as you can, but sever them ties. Such a fucking pothead, bro. But you know what I'm saying. But sever the ties to the beggars, to the people that you're always make you feel like you're indebted to them, that you owe them something, because that ain't a friend. That's a leech, right? Somebody needs help, lift them up. Whoever and whomever couldn't keep it together. But sever them ties, tethered the debtors, beggars, endeavors, right? Them beggars, bro, the people that, you know, they're always hitting you up for something, but they never got nothing for you, right? The people have never helped you even emotionally, but always gotta, you know what I'm saying? The leeches, bro. Get rid of the leeches. But the ones that couldn't keep it together, bro, if they're still got that in them, bro, they're still in there, you can't let them go. Sometimes you gotta give them space, but you can't let them go. And I always listen to that line. I'm like, I wonder if anyone really gets that whomever and whoever part, because I didn't finish the point, but I just went to the other point of don't, you know what I mean? Do sever them ties with the debtors and and the beggars and the leeches. Sever them ties, but not the ones who couldn't keep it together. Because even I couldn't keep it together, and then I came back, right? Like we all go through waves. We all go through waves, man. Yeah.
Maybe ever, whatever's clever. We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together. Whatever is whatever, never now maybe never. It's ever that keeps us going after this forever. And after this forever, whatever is whatever.
And let me go back to that
that
last
keeps us
line.
going down. So make sure that you're happy with the decisions you made.
sure that you're
Outside
happy.
of your best, it's just you.
That line, make sure, we're basically, it's something my dad used to say all the time, right? And it's sad. It's a sad, scary way of thinking. But I get through his life how it wound up that way. But it's true no matter what, and that is, no matter who's lying next to you, no matter who's around you, like you are nothing but a big bag of meat and a brain and a soul and all that, whatever you want to believe in. But that's all you are, and you're trapped in there. And it's really up to you how you feel about yourself, and you're alone. You were born alone, and you're gonna die alone. Even if you're surrounded by people, you're still trapped in your head. And that's, my dad was towards the end of his life, a real sad person, a beautiful person, but very damaged. And that's I always thought that line was so, it gave me, it probably wasn't the best thing for a father to say to his son, but at the same time, it empowered me, because of that other line is, make sure that you're happy with the decisions you made. And that's his line to me. Hey, make sure you're happy with decisions you made while I'm riding around fucked up down the road that I paved. You don't got to follow this shit, but I chose this shit. I'm in it. I'm stuck. And even if I wasn't in this position, I'm still in my head. I still feel the way that I feel, right? So you can't help me. Help yourself. Be happy, right? Choose. And then also remember, it's all about the road. That's the other part. That's his other point that my pop used to make all the time, is like, because I always had this weird thing in me, bro, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like wanting more love. I don't know, because I got a lot from my pop, my grandfather, my grandma and shit. But I've always had this thing where I really wanted to make it. What's that word? I'm having a brain fart. I guess whatever. Like I have a lot of goals, and I've never got to them. And I think I've talked about this before, but sometimes my leg just shakes. My dad's leg used to shake too, probably for a different reason. Sometimes my leg just shakes because I feel like, man, I'm not moving, bro. I'm not moving. I got to get to the goal. What up, Turtle? That's one of my best friends. He gets mad when I say that, though. He says we're brothers. Yeah, well, I love you, brother. But yeah, man, got to get to the goal, bro. And the truth is that even if you get to the goal, bro, like how, if you don't enjoy the road, if you don't enjoy the traveling, right? You ever played a shitty video game? Like, fuck, I just got to beat this level, And then you beat the level and you're like, fuck this shit, you put it away. It's like, congratulations, you beat the level. The whole road, it just sucked. The whole journey sucked. So like, don't live that life, right? Enjoy the journey. And by the way, I have a huge issue with this. Not with it philosophically, but I got an issue with it personally. It's hard to do that. You're always trying to get to a higher point. Sometimes, that you got to stop, smell the motherfucking roses kind of shit. And that's something my pop would always tell me. And that's that point. Be happy with the decisions you made while I'm riding fucked up down the road that I paved.
Your thoughts deep inside of your mind. Cause every person that you love is just a moment in time. So make sure that you're happy with the decisions you made while I'm riding fucked up down the road that I paved. So please savor the journey, time is slipping away. And don't be in much of a hurry, destination's a grave. So I still remember the words that he said, like whatever is whatever, never now.
So every line in the end of that verse was advice my dad gave me. I maybe gave it a little poetic twist so it rhymed or whatever, but every single line here is something my pop told me.
Yeah, and that's all I need. I keep my father in my pocket.
After this line, I keep my father in my pocket with my hand in my jeans. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, like hand in my jeans, because I got the poem and I got his poem in my pocket, but also the family jeans. And obviously, I mean,
pocket with my hand in my jeans, digging through his old poems just to see what he sees. Used to tell me we alone inside of our heads. It don't matter who be lying on the side of your beds. It's just you with your thoughts deep inside of your mind. Cause every person that you love is just a moment in time. So make sure that you're happy with the decisions you made while I'm riding fucked up down the road that I paved. So please savor the journey, time is slipping away. And don't be in much of a hurry, destination's a grave. So I still remember the words that he said, like,
so even that, everyone you love's just a moment in time. I mean, think about that. Like, that's something he would say. And again, I change it a little bit for the poetic purposes. But, what does that mean? Like, first of all, relationships sometimes are for a season. But also, you can love someone your whole life. And then, one day they'll pass away. Or one day you'll pass away. The moment is gone. And you got to figure out, like, do you want to be in pain about that for the rest of your life? Or find the beauty that moment was yours, right? You had that moment. So there's a little bit of that in there for sure. Even talking about him, right? Like every person that you love is just a moment in time, and now he's gone. And I'm rapping about this whole song is about our midnight talks, is about those moments in time. You know what I'm saying? It's a circle, bro. It's a circle. It's a motherfucking circle.
whatever is whatever. Never now, maybe never, but it's ever.
Yeah, man.
That keeps us going after this forever. Whomever and whoever.
Turtle's son just had a birthday, man. My little nephew turned 8. How crazy is that? Fucking old, dog. And Mez's kid just turned 16.
We live a life of leisure and poverty stuck together.
Process
whatever
that
is
shit.
whatever. Never now, maybe never. It's ever. That keeps us going after this
They're all
forever.
little babies in my mind.
And after this forever. Whatever is whatever.
All right, man. So look, I've been asking for requests this whole time, and I got one. I got one from the homie Joe Pope, and he brought out the tongue twister, bro. Yesterday feels like today, but worse than yesterday's. Yeah, man. So first of all, let me pull that shit up. Let's pull up that song. Yo, this shit don't sound staticky to y'all? I think it's probably just my headphones, man. I gotta get this new little plug thing. But let me know, because I would hate if this is actually how you hear it. Because how I hear it, it's a little funky. It's a little funky. Yesterday's. So, I'll preface this.
Yeah.
Well, let's play this for the people that haven't heard it.
Yesterday's. I'm in a daze. Look, I remember reading about the birds and the bumblebees, tigers and the bears, oh my, they tryna comfort me when I was just a lion cub. Mama tried to comfort me, but I felt like a lightning bug. Knew the light was under me, underneath the company. People started bumping me, my heart started thumping, cause I knew that they would come for me. Later they would run from me, dug in shots that come from me. They know I'll protect my own, why they always fuck with me? It fucks with me, but still I keep it kosher. Like we pray on beef, we play for keeps. So please tell the rabbi you should pray for me faithfully. I'm tired of being broke, don't make me break a knee. Make believe, dolling up them bitches, it's all Maybelline. Make a scene, go get a dollar, y'all can make a dream. Make a fiend, go make a monster out of human being. But I'll just be here making up quotes, rolling up smoke, shedding tears, cause I'm still missing my
So wait, so y'all do hear it? You hear it on your
It's
end?
like every other day, feel like yesterday. Yesterday feel just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like the best of days. And yesterdays, but
Good
yesterdays
question,
are
bro.
less of.
Good question. So, I try. So the answer to that question is yes. They all have. Every single one has a fucking point. Some of them, the point is, some of them it's like, yeah, obviously there's a lot of filler bars, or I even try not to do a lot of filler bars. Like my goal, and this is even sometimes I feel like my filler bars have a meaning, but I don't always necessarily try hard to put. See, when I was younger, man, every song I had to push the message in every line, whatever that was. And as you know, as you get older or whatever, I realize like really it's like you don't want to be preachy, right? I can't just preach all fucking day, because who the fuck wants to hear that shit? First of all, especially when I'm not a fucking preacher. I'm out here doing my own fucking dirt. I'm not some, you know, I have good wisdom. Doesn't mean I'm able to doesn't mean my actions always follow what my heart wants it to follow, right? We all fuck up. So so my point is instead of trying to be preachy all the time, sometimes I'm having fun. But there's always a point, dog. Like, or else I wouldn't do this, homie. Like, you know, I haven't made enough money, right? It hasn't been I think y'all don't connect to it. Like, there's like what's the like maybe not I don't know. I kind of like Logic, bro. He's got a cool vibe. But a lot of his songs are very like, I don't know if he really has a point to be made. A lot of like who's that guy, like Token or things like that? Like a lot of these spitters, bro, that I hear, like like they're killing it. I could do that all fucking day. Turtle be mad at me all the time, like, bro, you just kill some shit, you know. And I can do that all day. But even when I do, like if you go back to the song like Losing My Mind, you know, even them cowboys react to my bars with them yeehaws. You know, I'm talking stupid shit on that, but there's a point. So yeah, I would say like, dog, 90% there's a point. Every song probably has a filler bar or something in there. Because it has to, you know, the flow is just as important as the message is the most important in my opinion, but the flow is just as important, because it's kind of like you could have the greatest speech in the world, but if you deliver it terribly, who gives a fuck? So the flow, in a sense, is part of your delivery. The inflections are important. And I'll put it like this. Turtle was talking to me about this today, dog. Honestly, Joe, I'd probably be better off if I didn't try so hard to have a point and everything, because there's a lot of songs that just don't come out because I'm like, I didn't. Even the Summertime, you know, I sent it to by the way, that shit got mixed and mastered, dog. So that shit, if anyone wants to hear that shit, I'll play it. It's mixed and mastered. It's gonna come out not this Friday, next Friday. But even that song didn't come out for a long time, because the point of that song to me is not just the summertime vibe. It's that even though it's really not, you know, like that vibe, taking the you know, like everything is all right. Every song's like that nowadays. You know, it's all right. We're chilling, yeah. So the point of that song is to hit that end, you know, even though it's really not. And I made the point, but then I listened to the verse, you know, that I did. And, you know, talking, going through the house and fucking the housewife. And again, that had a point too. Maybe we'll play that after and I'll go through that, you know. But that had a point too. But the point to that was more like, you know, when I talked about like I don't want that kind of life. You know, I want the artist life. I don't want to be, you know, working all day for money that doesn't really matter, for a family that's out betraying me, you know, that kind of thing. But still, I don't feel like I hit that everything isn't all right point on the head in the verses. So for years it didn't come out. So yeah, man, I always try to definitely have a point. Turtle says I approve usually the throwaway bars, but yeah, even those, man. Like I try, like even my in betweener. Like when I say a throwaway bar too, I don't even mean like it ain't a fire ass fucking bar. It's just like there might not be a huge depth to it, right? Like one of my favorite bars is, and I put it in 3 songs, and I don't think any of the songs have come out, so y'all might not have even heard this line, but it's such a stupid line. I said, I'm like a rat the cat ate. I'm deep in that pussy, like. It's a stupid line. It doesn't have no fucking huge, deep meaning. It's just I'm deep in the pussy. Like if a cat, which people call pussycat, ate a rat, and the rat would be in its tummy. The rat's deep in the pussy. I'm deep in the pussy, right? Like to me, that's a throwaway bar. Maybe it's a punchline bar, some would say, I guess. I think it was Death Dealer. Yeah, it was Death Dealer that was begging for that song a few lives ago. Yeah, and I still wanted to put the song out, and then every time I wanted to put, like, whenever I was like, all right, I'll put the song out too, it wasn't summertime, and I just felt like it's a good summertime song. So, you know, Death Dealer really liked the song. And, bro, Death Dealer, you're in this bitch, right? Yeah, man. All right, so I'm going to play that for you next. But, yeah, all right, now let's go back to yesterday's, because I think I definitely got off track. I don't even know what took me off track. But I do that. Y'all got to reel me in sometimes. I'm ADD, man. Oh, Joe asking me about that is what took me off track. All right, let's get it.
For me when I was just a lion cub, mama tried to comfort me, but I felt like a lightning bug. Knew the light was under me, underneath the company. People started bumping me, my heart started thumping, cause I knew that they would come for me. Later they would run from me, ducking shots that come from me. They know I'll protect my own, why they always fuck with me? It fucks with me, but still I keep it kosher. Like we pray on beef, we play for keeps. So please tell the rabbi you should pray for me faithfully. I'm tired of being broke, don't make me break a knee. Make believe, dolling up them bitches, it's all Maybelline. Make a scene, go get $1, y'all can make a dream. Make a fiend, go make a monster out of human being. But I'll just be here making up quotes, rolling up smoke, shedding tears, cause I'm still missing my folks. It's like every other day, feel like yesterday. Yesterday feel just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like the best of days and yesterdays. But yesterdays are lesser days than present days. Yeah, it's like every day is yesterday. Yesterday feels just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like my best of days and yesterdays. But yesterdays are lesser days than present days. I remember here.
So we could break that down bar by bar, but in all honesty, you know, not even all honesty, like the main point of it is pretty simple, and it's the sense of like, you know, kind of what we talked about earlier, not following the advice that my dad gave me from whatever, enjoying the travel, not focused just on the destination, right? Because every other day feels like yesterday. You know, you're focused on the past, so you're not. You know, if I'm spending today thinking about yesterday, then I'm in yesterday. In my mind, today is yesterday. Go a little deeper with the whole nostalgia situation that just is going on in the world, where everything's kind of a repeat of the 80s and 90s in a different way. It's like you're living in the past in a way. But then, so every other day feels like yesterday. Yesterday feels just like today, right? But close to yesterday. Because what was I doing yesterday? Today, I'm thinking about yesterday, but yesterday, I was thinking about yesterday, right? So today feels a lot like yesterday when I was thinking about the past, stuck in the past. Not enjoying the present, stuck in the past, not realizing I'm slowly moving towards the future. And by focusing on the past while moving towards the future, you create a sadder future. That's really where depression comes from, right?
Days and present days, I remember you.
And then yesterdays were lesser days than present days. Think about that. I'm sitting here thinking about what I pretending like this past day was the best time of my life because I missed some of the people that were in it. But then you take off the rose-tinted glasses, and those days weren't even that great. Shit was hard. Shit wasn't perfect. Even the people you miss were fucked up in their own way, not doing what they were supposed to be doing. So it's dark. And then, like, imagine, like, if you look back, like, oh, I remember I had some happy times as a kid. Imagine if you could go back as an adult, like, truly go back as an adult. Mama's running to the kitchen drinking just to fucking deal with your, like, oh, she was so fun with me. You were exhausting. She couldn't stand your little fucking ass. Kids are annoying after a certain amount of time. Leave me the fuck alone. Right? Like, it's not magical as whimsical as we thought. So I'm looking at yesterday's, and I looked at yesterday's yesterday, and the day before that I looked at yesterday, and tomorrow I'm looking at yesterday. But yesterday was worse than today. Right? Let's listen again. Especially the fact that yesterday's done and all this and that's the other point about the song. Everything is done back then. So what's the point? You keep looking back there. It's over. The decisions are made. It's fucking done. Today could be fucking great. There's decisions that could be fucking made. There's progression. There's anything is possible now. But not really, because you're sitting there looking at back then.
Yesterdays are lesser days than present days. Yeah. It's like every day is yesterday. Yesterday feels just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like my best of days. And yesterdays, but yesterdays are lesser days than present days. I remember hearing about the pain.
And you also think too, like, if you're the same kind of person doing the same kind of thing, it's like yesterday's, like I look back some of my biggest triumphs from back in the day that brought me so much joy. And they probably don't even compare to some of the triumphs I'm accomplishing today, even right now on this live with you guys giving a fuck and paying attention, right? There was a time when nobody did, but I was so proud of that song that I made. It was such an accomplishment. No one fucking heard it. Now someone hears it and they tell me it saves their life. So it's like even those like it's just getting better. The problem is it's all in there, bro. Not letting go of shit. Tell me what you think about that, man. But let's listen back. What do y'all think? Because the beauty of this kind of music, man, is it means something to me when I wrote it. There's the general zeitgeist, the fucking whatever the fuck you call it, the wherever the inspiration came from, the meaning of that. There's the meaning you make out of it, whatever it means to you. And then there's some probably some form of truth that's a little bit of all of that.
In the suffering, Papa used to tell me you should never trust the government, never trust no other man.
We'll go back and listen to the whole thing.
Go make a monster out of human being. But I'll just be here making up quotes, rolling up smoke, shedding tears, cause I'm still missing my folks. It's like every other day, feel like yesterday. Yesterday feel just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like the best of days. And yesterdays, but yesterdays are lesser days than present days. Yeah, it's like every day is yesterday. Yesterday feel just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like my best of days. And yesterdays, but yesterdays are lesser days than present days.
Another way to sum up that whole shit is a different line that I did in another song where I said, where I was talking to myself as a kid. And it was like, now through all my, I remember being a young kid dreaming about the Cali days, like dreaming about the future, right? I remember being a young kid dreaming about some Cali days. And now in my Cali days, I wish that I could trade, we could trade our place. Know everything, something isn't really worth the fame. And what I know now, knowing what I know now, this shit ain't worth the fame. You traded heaven for hell, searching for heaven, man. That's heavy, man. And that's kind of the same thing with this, right? Like you traded, you traded the good times in search of good times without realizing it. And that's kind of this kind of song too, right? Like the good, except a little flipped, right? The good times could be now, but you're focused on the shit you lost.
Remember hearing about the pain and the suffering. Papa used to tell me you should never trust the government, never trust no other man, even if your brother, man. Abel probably thought he's safe. Look what Cain had done to him. Never had a gun on him. My father was a peaceful man. My papa was a kind-hearted, rare breed, a decent man. But I'm more like grandpa, alpha blood like vampire. This shit gonna last forever. Hop the fence to Sandlot. Will Smith, hand rock, reputation Hancock. I'ma just keep nodding my head until the band stop. I'ma keep right with my pen till my hand drop. I'ma keep right from within until I'm phantom. It's like every other day, feel like yesterday. Yesterday feel just like today, but worse than yesterday. And yesterday was just like my best of days and yesterdays. But yesterdays are lesser days than present days. Yeah,
This is one
it's
of the-
like
this is
every
a hidden
day is
gem, man.
yesterday. Yesterday feel just like
shit.
today, but worse than yesterday. And
Hey,
yesterday
chill
was
out,
just
man.
like my
God
best
damn
of
it.
days and yesterdays. But yesterdays are lesser days than present days. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like I was saying, I've always been real proud of that one. It's a hidden gem right there. Let me know if you got any more requests. Groundhog, yeah, in a sense, right? Especially if you're in depression, you know, staying in the same spot, right? Like today, yesterday, the day before, it all kind of mushes together. When it really didn't have to be that, you know. Bruh, Blueberry does it to his motherfucking self, homie. If Blueberry was a person, he'd be the dude got out of jail and robbed somebody outside the fucking police station. Going right back in. And claimed to be a vet. What'd I do? Man, y'all always fucking with me. Y'all always fucking with me. Like, bro, what do you... Fam, I love you. But at some point, you gotta realize you kind of doing it to yourself. All right, man. Let's go back. I'll keep playing different shit. See what kind of, which is just what pops up in my brain. What stories we can think of. But keep asking questions, man. Keep giving me suggestions and shit.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It's popped up and I love it. So let's get it.
First you gotta get the money, then the power, and then they shoot you in the back with something high powered. Be smart. Yeah. Gotta be smart. Look, first you get the money, then you get the power. But never kill Manolo, you gon' need that Steven Bauer. The road to life be lonely, gotta keep your friends.
So all that's pretty self-explanatory, but Steven Bauer is the actor that played Manolo. That's, you know, if you didn't know.
Though sometimes we see the past through a rosy lens, the world is mine, seen written up on every blend. So whose it is? In time I have to burn a bridge and build a fence. My life like cut you deeper than a knife fight. My right's light, but enough to rock you night. I might bite, but my left will crack your jaw. I stay high, splitting cigars to keep me calm. I might just go and rob Elon and then for fun go take a spaceship and fly into the sun. My lung always got some indica on. You into the song and put some money into my palm so I can buy beats, at least the least so I can release another track for the fans, another bot for the streets. My life like cut you deeper than a knife fight. My right's light, but enough to rock you night. I might bite, but my left will crack your jaw. I stay high, splitting cigars to keep me calm. My life like cut you deeper than a knife fight. My right's light, but enough to rock you night. I might bite, but my...
I'll tell y'all something about this song. So this song, the point of this song is the world is theirs. The idea is like, you know how like that everybody felt, at least when I was growing up, man, everybody thought they were Scarface and shit, especially in Florida. And it's like, how many people looked up and saw that blimp, right? Said the world is mine, I'm gonna get it. And the concept for me was the flip, you know. Now the world's kind of theirs. How many people looked up and saw that blimp? How many got it? You know, look what happened to fucking Scarface. Nothing was his. He got to play with it. He got to borrow it for a little bit. So it's kind of that, like, talking about shit on kind of following the global corporation vibe, you know, like the world is theirs, you know, maybe some like fuck the Illuminati kind of vibe to it, but you know, that kind of shit. And then the chorus was really just the part of the verse, and I was gonna have this whole, I was working out different concepts for the chorus, and then for some reason, man, we got all hyped on that part, and we were like, yo, that's like old hip hop, you just throw that bitch in there, you know, just throw that in as the hook. And now looking back, I kind of wish I didn't, because I feel like the hook should have really brought together the whole government, you know, or you know, that whole shit, just the whole, really, I mean, not even government, the whole world is theirs, just the rich versus the poor kind of vibe, you know. So I guess that would be a good example of a filler in one instance winning out over the point.
Left don't crack your jaw, I stay high, splitting cigars to keep me calm. I've been like ghosts, holla at death, we been close. He took another friend and then with it my last hope. I'm heavy footed, hung me to dry, I break rope. I lay low, mass kiss like Sado. I pack a bowl, green for my tribe like a rapper hoe. I mac a hoe, but I never did slap a hoe.
Yeah, he did it by his morals, but I mean, he also like, he also burned everything down, right? If he didn't kill his homie, if he wasn't so fucked up on coke, I mean, once he hung up that phone, and that dude said, "Hey, you fucked me," and that phone hung up, that ain't time to get high and sit on your back to the motherfucking window. The only person that was there, not because you paid them, is now dead. Yeah, bro, he burned that shit down. He could have, I'm not saying he would have won that fight, but he could have held out. He could have went underground. He could have fought to live another day. He could have been prepared. He could have also not been sitting in his fucking mansion where the entire Colombian drug cartel knows where you know what I'm saying? So, yes, he stuck to his morals, but if he also could have stuck to his morals and then not, been cool-headed. Got shit done the right motherfucking way, and even then, he still wouldn't have lasted long. You don't last long in that business, homie. The people above you that are making money off you without you even knowing it are the ones that get it in the end.
I shake a bitch, that might just leave a bit rattled though. I'm magical, indica calm, friend to a zombie. I'm old, coming in from the cold like Bob Marley. My stash getting thin like I was Salvador Dali. Probably a sad artist, lend me your ear, no Van Gogh.
Even that, like, I love that line so much. My stash getting thin like I was Salvador Dali. Obviously, if you know Salvador Dali, he had the skinny little weird mustache, but it was super, super thin. I'm talking about being, I'm running out of weed and money. So my stash getting thin like I was Salvador Dali.
I need to hear this shit clear. My mind ill, need some reefer and beer to keep mine still. Mind racing, I went way too fast over the hill. Mind crash, wanna make me a billion like Minecraft. Mind laughs like I got no weed but buy raps. My life like cut you deeper than a knife fight. My right's light, but enough to rock you night. I might bite, but my left will crack your jaw. I stay high, splitting cigars to keep me calm. My life like cut you deeper than a knife fight. My right's light, but enough to rock you night. I might bite, but my left will crack your jaw. I stay high, splitting cigars to keep me calm.
90% sure. I'd have to look back. Yeah. Probably Erie, I think, for this one, but this definitely could have been Space. Yeah, no, I know that. I'm saying, yeah, the no women, no children shit, but that's fine. But then he got because he was all fucked up and wasn't prepared for the. I mean, look how bad. Like if we're just pretending that shit's real life, look how badass he was with that machine gun while fucked up and da da da. Just imagine like if he was prepared for that attack or even somewhere else, That's all I'm saying. And even then, bro, he would have got another way. He would have got caught up with the fat. All I'm saying is, it's like the point of the song. The world is theirs, bro. It ain't ours. And if we want to change that, then first you gotta take it from them. I guess. Appreciate that, homie. Yeah, man, that's a good one. I mean, I always shine on that boom bap shit. That's really where I'm the most comfortable. All right, what else we got, man? Hopefully we'll find something deep. White phosphor. I haven't heard that shit in a minute. Let's see.
Yeah. Damn, man, miss grief is my prison. I'ma hide the pain, but what? Look, I'm tired of waiting. I've been underground, bound to Satan. Named my first project, Luna Learning Educating, but never dropped it. I shoulda, though, it was killer. I probably would've blown back with Kendrick and Mac Miller, but I was stuck in Florida with alligators and killers, with no resources, and Papa drinking some liquor on the corner cheering me on like, damn, Mac, kill it. Then Papa played his guitar, damn, Mac, feel it. Damn, Mac, miss him. Grief is my prison. I'ma hide the pain.
So I'll just back that up, like, that first bar is kind of self-explanatory, but yeah, I dropped a mixtape called Lunar Learning Education. And when I say I dropped it, I mean I had no fucking money and didn't have shit. Like bought hundreds of blank CDs and finished a bunch of songs. I don't even think they were mastered or whatever, but the shit was fire, bro. Shit was fire, man. I had and the amount of people that came, like we all just came together, bro, and just made some dope shit, bro. As far as well, I mean, it was mostly really me and my homies, but like still, like even like I remember like this one dude came and played guitar, and then I had a homie called me one day. He's like, yo, my cousin's a singer. And this dude came by and he was fucking amazing, bro. Shout out to the homie Diego, bro. He's out in New York now. Or, I mean, he's always lived there, but he came out for some sessions. But yeah, bro, we just made this crazy shit. I remember this song called Your Honor, Sir, I'm Innocent. And Diego killed it. They wanna blame me for some shit that I didn't do. But who the fuck is you? Bitch, I'm innocent. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm innocent. But you don't even give a shit, do you? Your Honor, I'm innocent. They even somebody claimed that I did it. One even said I admitted it. But I was innocent. Your Honor, I'm innocent. And you don't even give a shit, do you? Bro, that album was so fire, bro, and I didn't do shit with it. Like I sold it around my neighborhood, all the homies bought it, and then I ran out of mix. I sent some to Turtle in Tennessee. I'm still waiting for Turtle to pay me for them CDs he sold. Knowing Turtle, he probably just got high. I was like, this is a hopeless promotion. Just gave them out to everybody, or kept the money to get some weed. Man, it's hard out here. I get it, but yeah, man, it's bruh. Like, if I did something with that, I probably would have made it back then. You know what I mean? Every now and then I'll get somebody messing me. You sound like Mac Miller. It's like, bro, I was doing this the same time that he started doing this. My first time in the studio was 2002. A little boy, a little 13-year-old, just rapping about my heart. Saved up everything, selling weed and shit. Got in the shitty ass little studio. And before even that, that's a real studio. Before even that, me, Turtle, Fatboy T, we'd be going to people's houses, recording in fucking, in closets and shit. Peeking, sounding like shit. Like, I've been doing this for a long, long fucking time. And if there's any lesson to be learned, especially when I finally released it and all the love came and so many people were affected by it, it gave me a sense of relief and it ended this sadness that I had in me that was a deep sadness. And what I mean by that, bro, is every now and then I pull up a song I did from like 10 years ago, whatever. This is pre-2020, before I released music, before y'all were listening, before all that. And I just listen to an old song and I'd be like, man, why did I not put that out? That shit is dope. I still do that today, but at least songs are out, right? But I'll hear that old shit and it's like no one, and then I remember when I first, it was really crazy when I dropped my first single, there was people I knew out here in LA, like everyone in Florida knew I rapped. Like everyone I grew up with knew I rapped. That was the whole childhood. They would come to we did hip hop shows. We, sold mixtapes. We fucking, I was a spoken word poet. I was performing all over. Like everyone knew that's what Matt does. But when I moved out here, I was so focused on the acting, but it was still part of my personality. It's who I am. So I never even imagined that I was so out of doing something that people knew me for 6-7 years. And when I released shit, they're like, oh, bro, I didn't know you could rap. That blew my mind at first. I was like, man, you didn't know? This is such a big part of my personality. It's a huge part of who the fuck I am, especially even pre-rap, the poetry. Like people, oh man, I didn't know you were deep like that. Why? Because I'm always making dumb jokes, trying to be silly. Life's sad, I'm funny, man. Like I said, I don't try to preach to nobody unless they really need it. So it was interesting, bro. Like everyone I knew how the depth of me in this sense, because the music was there, and then suddenly this whole world, this whole atmosphere of people's like, oh bro, I didn't even know you did that. Crazy. And especially when I first was dropping, people were like, oh, you're a rapper now? Like, bro, I will knock you the fuck out, bro. We met on set, homie. I was at my best behavior, getting paid a lot of money to be there, following my dreams. You do not know me, dog. Oh, I'm that now? You know what I'm saying? Crazy to realize that, I even look at some of my old headshots, like, trying to get that Disney money, man, trying to get, you know what I mean? Like, oh, bro, I was really out there not being who the fuck I am. And then the craziest part about that is once I started dropping music again and everything, I started finding acting gigs that were even more tailored to who I am and the mission. So kind of lost my track. Oh no, I didn't lose my track. Here's my point. My point is that if you do something, bro, and you do it good, put that shit out there, bro. Like, don't over criticize it. Don't over analyze it. Do it right, but just do it and get it the fuck out there. Because there's really no ifs, ands, or buts that if I pushed when I was back then, if I pushed the way I push now, I would have been where I was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm a better artist now, and I think that it's a beautiful thing because I've watched a lot of people make it young and their shit declines. Most people, right? Which is really weird. Suspect almost, because everyone that I know that's a real spitter has gotten even better with age, right? So maybe they weren't writing all their shit, right? Maybe it was all fake. You know, who knows? But yeah, something to think about, bro. You got something dope, put that shit the fuck out there, bro. Fuck the world, fuck anyone's opinion. Make sure you like it, put it out. And if you're just like me and you're like I like it but not enough, put it out. Don't hate it. If you hate it, don't put it out. But if you even just kind of like it, put that shit out. Because you're going to get better. That's just how the fuck it goes, man. If you see me at the street of the crime, you better tell police that you're legally blind. What was Matt doing pre-2020? Dog, you know what's crazy is once a week going into a studio and making a song, not getting it mixed and mastered, and not doing anything with it. Straight up, just as a hobby. Other than that, trying to survive, bro. Dog. I went through a lot of dark phases, homie. Like when I first moved out, because you got to think, right? Like I grew up in Florida. I have a close group of friends, and we've been doing dumb shit for years, and but also on deep and special shit too, and you know what I mean, like the music and all that shit. And then I came out here to do this acting shit, and didn't know who I had to be. You know, I was like, can I speak with Iban? Like, can I talk how I talk? Like, you know, and then also everything's expensive after my dad passed and all that shit got dark, bro. Like I got into some shit, fucking, not like drugs or alcohol, but I mean just like there were I don't even want to talk about it, but there were points, man, where I hopped out the car and was like, here, give me, taking all that. Why? Because just walk away and taking that. Because I was hungry and I had to eat, and I had that Florida mentality. And the worst part is it was scary because doing dumb shit with all your friends that have your back, and God, you know, you're running, you're from you know, you're in trouble, or you're from people or from law or whatever, and there's 20 places you can go, there's numbers you can call. I remember Florida, somebody was chasing us on the highway with a gun for some road rage shit, and we were like, all right, motherfucker, like, where are we? Like, made 4 phone calls, pulled up somewhere, and they were skidding off, getting shot at from all, you know. And it's just the way you know, I'm in a place that I don't know where the fuck I am, and I don't know anybody, and I'm doing dumb shit, man. It was hard, bro. It was hard. But at the same time, I was trying so hard, bro. Auditions, and then dying on the inside and going like, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. You know, and it's interesting because I was never like that in auditions in Florida. I was always myself. Hi, nice to meet you, Matthew. Yeah, it's great. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate the opportunity. What's my character? Try to dive into that character. Maybe on some actor shit, even be somewhat the character before I introduce myself. So instead of just, hi, I'm Matt and if the character's an asshole, I walk in, kind of point. You ready? Let's go. You know, like that's just how it is, right? Like confident. And then I came out here, and after a couple of years, bro, you know, after my dad passed, and you know, relationships were going, going wrong, and just, you know, I didn't have any real, I mean, I have many real friends, but none of them here with me here. It was hard, dog. It was hard. And then, so I realized, like, I'd go to these auditions, like, you better, nice to meet you. You know, I became, in all honesty, bro, I always had my little swag, whatever. But if I was looking at myself from a third perspective, I'd be like, that ain't genuine. He's not being genuine anymore. He's desperate. He's hungry. He's going through a bad place, bro. Bad place. So yeah, I went through all that, and that's what's beautiful about the album. So so it's interesting too, because I also always was semi-successful in acting. Just, you know, the finances of it changed, bro. It's not in the 90s. If I've done everything I've done today, but I did it, let's say in the 90s, right? Let's say I was just older and I got to experience what I experienced in the 2000s, in the 90s, I would have enough money to have a house. I know people that have done less than me than have a house. I mean, people, like, all honesty, like the Iron Man shit, even though I had one fucking line, that's a character in a film that has a name, and a movie that the amount of residuals you would get off of something like that, I'd be able to buy a fucking home. But and nobody told me the industry changed, right? So I didn't realize I was coming to it. I didn't know I was coming to a dying business. That was and then also social media stars started popping up. So a lot of my friends are not even really, honestly, they weren't truly friends because they haven't, where are they now, right? A lot of them became really rich and successful. You probably know a lot of them, and they play all types of weird. Some of them play these different weird characters, and it's just not even who they are. But they made a lot of money doing that social media shit or this or that. A lot of talentless hacks started making it famous. Motherfuckers that used to, I remember this one dude, bro, was always like, bro, you make it, I make it, I make it, you make it. And I'm like, yeah, bet. And then one day he called me and he's like, yo, Matt, bro, I need your help. They flew me out to New York and I'm in Comedy Central's office, and I didn't realize they wanted like a bunch of pitch decks for different shows. In my head, I'm like, I've been preparing for this shit my whole motherfucking life. You didn't know that when you got flown to a network for a meeting that they were going to want to talk to you about creating shows if you're presenting yourself as a show creator? And now you're calling me, you want my shows? So I was like, you want an idea? He's like, yeah, bro, please just throw me 2 or 3 ideas. I said, I'll give you one idea that's perfect. He said, what is it? I said, the idea is this: have them fly me out to New York, that be in the meeting with you, motherfucker, and I'll bring my whole fucking pitch deck with all 50 fucking ideas. I don't either, motherfucker. So, and that's the other thing too, is just, being hurt, being upset. Turtle says this to me all the time, is, I've always been a little bit emotional and hot-headed, but I've always been smart enough to be somewhat Machiavellian if I need to be. And losing my dad, being alone out here, I felt kind of like a rabid animal at times, where it was like I couldn't hold shit in, right? There's a lot of people, bro, I could have made a lot of money with, bro. But they were bitches, and I let them know that. And that's not, it's that keeping it real goes wrong. So anyway, that's what I was doing out here. I was building myself up and then at the same time mutually destroying myself, burning bridges. 2020 was interesting because it was a hard year emotionally, but it was a good year. 2019 or whatever, and I ended up connecting with this one group of producers, and I did a really good job in this movie with Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. Kevin and Jason love me. I love them, obviously. I grew up watching their shit, so like they're like, bro, come to Comic-Con, and you're gonna promote the movie, and you could be in the next film. And then the same producers were so impressed by that and how it came out that I got, they were all doing their own films. So like that year, bro, like 2019 going into 2019, at the end of 2019, I booked 10 movies, bro. It would have been the best career of my life. I still would have been broke, but I had 10 roles, a couple serious ones and a bunch of funny ones. And then luckily I was getting a reputation, which is what you really want, where you can improv good. And then it's like, bro, just come in, this is the idea of the scene, have fun, and then you make it your own. And it's like, that's where I really shine. So it's great. And then the whole pandemic thing happened, and out of those 10 movies, I think I filmed 2. And by the way, these are all independent movies. It's not like the Iron Man shit or anything like that. From the moment moving out here, I couldn't get a good enough agent to get into any of those rooms. It was tough from the get-go, bro. And what's funny is Turtle, if you're still on the line, every time I talk to Turtle, be like, man, this acting shit's hard, bro. I ain't making no money, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. He'd be like, yeah, maybe you should put your music out, dumbass. And I'd be like, nah, bro, I ain't no one trying to hear all that shit. He was always right. So when the pandemic happened, I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna make my fucking music, bro. I'm just gonna make my fucking music. And them PPPs came in and shit, all that kind of shit started popping off. And so I was like, all right, I made an album. Dude I was working with was great at what he did, but halfway through became a weirdo. And then I remembered, Indy lived here. He moved out, but he's still out there doing the music. I should have been hit him up. He's always motivated me and told me that I should take the music more seriously. So I hit Indy up. I said, bro, you can meet me at this studio. We're gonna take all this motherfuckers. Not take it like that, but I was like, basically, this guy's got all my. He's not picking up the phone. He's got all my shit, and I don't even know how to transfer it or get all the right files. And basically, I'm gonna go in there and be like, you're gonna give me all my shit, and then Indy, you're gonna oversee it and make sure that it all goes into, because it's the shit you do. So that's basically what we did. We went in there. Indy's just a good dude, and him and the guy kind of connected, and it was like, Matt, just stand over there. We're going to handle it. And then they kind of partnered up to finish the mix, so that way the dude didn't get completely left out. He wanted to be a part of it. And yeah, and then after that, it's just been me and Indy making that shit, bro. But pre-2020, dog, it was just a mix of just trying so hard to make it in an industry that you really got to have a connection in, dog, and it doesn't really matter your talent. And I know the music industry was notorious for that too, but it's a different world, dog. Like, it's hard to write a script, bro. And it's even harder to get. You ever seen the credits of a movie? Even a shitty movie. Go watch the shittiest movie you ever seen in your life and go watch the credits. 200-300 people worked on that piece of shit. It ain't easy to make that shit. It's like being an artist and it's just unattainable to get your paintbrush. You just can't afford that paintbrush. And with music, that was always my release anyway. Like I said, bro, like none of the shit I'll release, because remember, I wasn't doing it professionally and I never planned to release. So I would just hear a song on the radio and be like, man, I'm gonna kill that shit. So I would just take the beat. I'd go on YouTube, take the beat, you know what I mean? Like free shit. So I have so many songs that I've done. Maybe we could even play some of that shit back. I mean, I got songs. I think I played some before on Reverb Nation, and we got songs on back when I went by Spoken. You know. But the Keith Church, oh yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, dog. So Keith, man, the Keith Murray shit is is a very cool story. It's a little sad. I mean, I think it's kind of known that he deals with substance shit, but I didn't know that. So what happened with Keith, bruh, is I love Keith Murray. I grew up listening to Keith Murray. I love that whole vibe, EPMD. I mean, obviously, I love Redman and Keith and Eric Sermon, bro. Like those were just the spitters, bro, real spitters, man. And they made it fun. They would get deep, but they'd have a lot of fun with it. You know, the supercalifragilist, fucking fire shit. So I was always a fan. So I just kind of was like, you know what, fuck it, man. I'll be fine was almost ready to come out, and I Motherfucker was done, whatever is done, and I'll Be Fine was done. And a few others, but I know for a fact I sent him Whatever's Whatever, I'll Be Fine, and Motherfucker, and didn't hear nothing back. I just said, hey man, these are 3 songs I'm working that I just did for my new album. It's my first official album. Love your shit. Always been a fan. You know, whatever the fuck I said. I said, yeah man. I said, hit me. You know, tap in, bro. If you fuck with this or you want to work, let's tap in. And to my fucking complete surprise, one day it must have been 12, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. My phone buzzed. I look at it. And Keith Murray said, motherfucker made my daughter cry, you motherfucker. It's because the name of the song is Motherfucker. So it said, motherfucker made my daughter cry, you motherfucker. And that song was about, you know, me cursing at my dad for being an addict and sad that he died. And it's a loving song to him, but it's also one of them, I'm angry at you for this happening. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dog. Like, so yeah, man, we had a lot of phone conversations. At some point, bro, he was screaming and cursing at me, and I was screaming and cursing at him, and he just stopped for a second. He's like, yo, you crazy, man. Nobody talks to me like that. Oh, you cry. I fuck with you. All right, we gonna do this song, you know, and it was weird, man. And then, like, you know, he hit me up one day. He's like, you got to get me in movies, bro. You got to get me in movies. I'm like, bro, I said, I'm transitioning more into the music, and I can't even get my motherfucking self in movies, dog. You got a bigger name than me, you know. But yeah, dog, there was a lot of back. He's crazy. And then it's funny, actually, I was messing around with this chick out here for a little bit in LA, and she was in a group. I'm not gonna get into all that shit because I don't know her business, but she was in this group, and they would always like some underground shit, like an underground girl rap group. And then there was a time she was telling me, so I was like, oh, you know, I got this song with Keith Murray, and she's like, no way, how did you do that? She's like, I know so many people that know him, and it always just turns into fights. And I'm like, oh yeah, it turned into a fight. Like, we were screaming and cursing at each other, but I guess he respected that I didn't, just didn't take it. Because he was like, I'll find you, I'll come kill you. I was like, what? I said, motherfucker, I know where you are. You're sitting in a fucking park in New York. You think I don't got motherfuckers in New York? He's like, oh, you crazy? Oh, you crazy too? Oh, you're crazy too? It was fucking crazy. It was pretty funny. But anyway, the story she had is her friend, I guess he was doing a tour out here, and he was in LA. And one of her friends opened up for him or something and was like, hey, let's do a song together. And Keith Murray, I guess, lunged at him and bit the tip of his nose off. That's the story I was told. Apparently they got him pretty good after, but I mean, yeah, bruh, that's crazy. Can you imagine, like, seeing a rapper you love, like, hey man, I'd love to do a song with you, and he just lunges at you and bites the tip of your fucking nose off? Crazy. I can't verify that story outside of her telling it to me, but she really was out there doing shows and shit. So she would be the kind of person that would have had that story. Yeah, Keith is a wild boy. Keith is a wild boy, man. I've had some weird, crazy interactions, man. Some real interactions. Like my music and like my reputation preceded me from not necessarily anything I've done that's out there, but more like people that have met me or people that fuck with me that have told other, hey, this dude's pretty dope or whatever. So I've been able to get every now and then in the interesting rooms. And I gotta tell you, man, a lot of them dudes are crazy, bro. Crazy. Like Sticky Fingers is a madman. Is a madman. I don't know if I've ever told that story, and I don't think I can tell that story. Just because I feel like if I tell that story and ever get in trouble in the future, they'll go back to that story and be like, "Oh yeah, he could have done it." I thought I was basically gonna kill somebody in self-defense, and then I found out all the weapons around us were fake. That's about as far as I'll go into it. Somebody pointed a gun at me and started laughing, and I was like, "Hey, I don't play that shit. Like, don't ever do that." And then they kept like going like this, and then they put it down, and there was another one on the table, so I picked that one. I guess I'm telling the story now. I'm just not gonna name any names, but I picked it up off the table, and I just ran up on him, trying to get him in the chest and in the face. And as I'm pulling it, their instinct was normal. They kind of jumped back, which made me also think everything is definitely real. And then as they jump back, they're like, "Is that the one? Is that mine? Is that mine on the table?" And one of his other friends was like, "Yeah." And then he started laughing. He was like, "Oh man," he's like, "They fake, bro. Calm down. They're all fake." I was like, "Bro, my feelings right now aren't fake. I thought my life was in danger, and then I just thought I just literally just murdered somebody in front of a bunch of people." So yeah, I've had crazy experiences, man, that don't even make sense. I'm gonna have a book one day, bro. I'm gonna have a book. And then that's also crazy because the people in that story, this is a huge artist, by the way, very famous artist. And I later saw them, and he ran up and gave me the biggest fucking hug, like, "Oh, bro, I love you, bro. Like, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Let's work. And I did hit him up to work, and he wants some money, which is fine. Some people do. That's how it works. I want money for most features. That's my job, but I just don't have it right now. But it's interesting. The whole time I was like, I thought like, because we left sort of on good terms, but I wasn't. He was like, "Hey man, you can come back anytime," and I'm like, I don't think I want to, bro. So yeah, I don't know, man. Interesting shit. Thought my life was in death, bro. Is that what I said? I thought my life was in death. I'm funny like that sometimes when I speak. But yeah, no, I thought my life was in true danger, and I reacted extremely viciously, and with full intention of surviving that day, and someone else not. And then it just turns out I was around a bunch of people that played with fake stuff. And I don't know if that was like a test. I don't know if that to this day. But then I heard other stories. Well, whatever. I don't want to get into it because we're not going to mention who it was and shit. But it was interesting, man. It was interesting. The shit that I've been through. And it's just so funny because like if it was real, I would like y'all like it'd be like just imagine this. Imagine like my face killing somebody that we all grew up thinking was like a hardcore gangster rap, right? Like you just see me like Matt Nye in jail for murdering. It'd be like, wait, what happened? And I'm sure like I would have got off. It was pretty cut, and I don't know. I waited till it was put away, and I saw the other one. The one on the table was a revolver, and I could see that's the other thing too. Like you could see the bullets in the revolver. So I'm like, all right, well that ain't gonna jam. And that's gonna give me 6. And then I think hopefully I don't know who else has one to pull out, but I was like, this dude is gonna end up shooting me or somebody here 100%. And nah, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. And then the third time when he put it away, I just, and then craziness. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I got hands and shit, bro. But prisons, that's a different and I adjusted in kid jail. Maybe I could in adult jail. Who knows? I'd prefer to never fucking find out, bro. Somebody like me can't exist in those situations, bro. I don't think I'd be able to escape something like that with my mind, like not being able to just create and write, or I don't know. I'd have to find a way to. Go get them, boys. No, dog, I was all alone, man. I was all alone, surrounded by his people, and one person that knew me that got me into the room, who was not gonna do anything for anybody. Very nice guy, but he was an engineer, very sweet, kind of artisty. You know, he's the dude in the room that doesn't talk, that's in the corner working on machines and shit. Oh nah, bro, I get my ass kicked as a pro boxer, bro. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. My nose is too big, bro. That Jewish nose. Nah, man. Or even if I even was able to get to the point of being a good boxer, this shit would have to be just all gelatin, just a flat flab, just all the bone taken out from all times I got popped in the fucking nose. Joe, stop trying to give me reasons why I wouldn't be miserable in prison, bro. I like writing all the time, bro. You know what's hard to do is write when I know I don't have enough money to hit the studio. I can't imagine like in prison, like yeah. So when you gonna, I get out of jail with 17,000 songs written. Like where do I start? Where do I fucking start? All right, man. Let's go through some more shit, man. If y'all have any requests, if y'all got any lyrics you always wondered about, let me know. That helps me kind of go on a rant about these stories, and then we can turn that into more behind the bars, which is the goal for the day. Also, man, if you haven't, check out matt9.com. matt9music.com. I got a bunch of dope merch. A lot of merch that's dope. And more on there now even than last time when I first bragged about it. When y'all buy a t-shirt or something, man, support the hustle, please. Not even just that, but advertise. Walk around with that dope ass shirt. Motherfuckers will be like, what is that on your fucking shirt? And then it starts a conversation. Well, my friend, it's Matthew motherfucking Nye. You should check him out. Music is dope. Dope enough for me to have the shirt, bitch. And slap him. Slap him. Not too hard, but you just want him to remember. You want him to leave that experience like, oh, man, I guess I really got to check out Matt Nye. That guy was really emotional about the fact that I didn't check it out. And that shirt was pretty dope. The shirt was dope. My face is stinging. Pulls up their phone. Matt Nye. Boom. We got a new fan, dog. That's how it works. So let that happen. Make it happen. Make it happen, baby. All right. I'll pull up some more. Paul, I have no idea what that means. Get up and get to it. Okay. The one with me and what's his name? We'd have zero money for studio. Yeah, exactly. I would get it. Yeah, exactly. Chelsea, I'm just being positive. No, I appreciate that, Joe. Let's just not. We're just not gonna put the. Just not gonna put that existence into the atmosphere. All right. Get up and get to it. Let's do it. So Get Up and Get To It was basically, some people want to get paid for features, Some people want to pay me for features. And then sometimes you find people, you're just like, hey, I just want to collaborate with somebody. And me and Randy wanted to collaborate. He worked at a smoke shop that I used to go to. And then he showed me some of his music. I showed him some of his, and we became cool. Never really linked up much. He ended up, the smoke shop was sold, turned to another smoke shop. He wasn't working there. He moved to somewhere. He moved for like kind of far away. And like I said, I only saw him in the smoke shop, but I heard his music and I liked it. And then one day, I hit up Indy, and Indy was like, hey, I'm actually in the studio with somebody who knows you. I'm like, who's that? Randy. Oh, shit. Small motherfucking world. Out of all the people in the world that I know, Randy somehow worked with somebody. Indy ended up engineering. They kind of linked up, and they started doing sessions together. So I was like, bruh, now it has to happen, huh? We put me on the phone. I'm like, homie, it's got to happen now. We got to link up and do a song. He's like, all right, bet. He's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I got a session on Friday. Can you make it? He's like, bruh, I'll be there. So boom. He shows up on Friday. Didn't really have anything written. And I had Ghost done, like the lyrics for Ghost were done, and the lyrics for Me were done. Beats were ready, didn't have a chorus, was going to figure out the chorus later. And I knew Randy as a rapper, right? But I also heard him sing too, so I knew he had both. And he's like, oh, I hear a real haunted vibe. And I'm like, bro, get in, do the hook for Ghost. What he did for Ghost, I loved it. You know, kick the can on down the road. Where we are, or where it lands, nobody knows. Like, it was deep. It was deep, but it also had this new school flavor to it. It was beautiful. It was haunting. Perfect for the vibe. So I'm like, yo, that was dope. So then he pulled up some beats. Yo, what about this? What about that? Let's do a song. And they were all trappy. And I'm like, fuck, dog. You know, like, I want to work with you, bro, but I'm not really on that time, bro. I'm really trying to do more boom bap. And then Indy was like, man, the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, he's like, you kill every beat. And a lot of people like trap. You would get a lot more fans. Not saying you have to do trap all the time. He's like, but just show motherfuckers you could do it, man. I've seen you murder that shit all the time. Just fucking do it. And I'm like, I don't know. I was like, well, let's just get this. Let's hear you on For Me. And he's like, all right, what do you want me to do on For Me? And I guess in a sense I was almost limited, Randy, but it came out dope. But I was like, bro, do what you did on Ghost, but do it for Me. Different vibe, you know? So he kind of did his little chorus for Me, came out, again, beautiful, loved it. So I was on that time. I was like, bro, and again, those are some of my favorite songs that are even out now. So obviously, I'm very happy that happened. But then he's like, all right, bro, look, man, let's say this is my payment. My payment is I want to hear you on one of these songs. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, all right, well, if I'm going to do that, then let's do one of Indy's beats. Let's make it, let's keep it in-house. Indy got trap beats for days. Indy threw out some beats. He picked that one. Randy went in there and just started doing the whole get up and get to it. That was like, for me, that was really a Randy song, but Randy wanted me to put it out. Everybody wanted me to put it out because they're like, fam, you got to have that song. You got to have that vibe in your catalog just to let motherfuckers know you could do it and then see the response. And if the response is good, you can keep doing it from time to time. So I was like, all right, cool. And then, so he's spitting. And at first, to keep it 100, I didn't really like it at first. Not because because it was so different than what he just did. And it was so new school, kind of like da-da-da-da-da-da. So at first I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to do this shit. And then I saw Indy went, oh, bro, that was a bar. And I looked at Indy, I'm like, that was a bar? And he's like, bro, are you not listening to him right now? And I'm like, all right, let me tune in. So I start kind of hearing what he's saying. And then he gets out the booth. I'm like, bro, run that back. And I hear what he's saying. I'm like, you know what? I like it, man. Because a lot of people do that style and they don't say shit. And so I just assumed I'm hearing the don't say shit cadence, if that makes sense. Y'all probably know what I'm talking about. I heard that I don't give a fuck cadence, that nursery rhyme cadence. But then I heard what he's saying, and it was like a Nipsey Hussle song. It's all about fucking getting up, going after your goals. Me and Matt you ain't gonna catch me and Matt slacking. We double cup, what I mean? We're doing this, we're doing that. And it's like, some of it was like a little punchliney, but it was just dope, bro. It's just dope. Y'all know what it is. So I heard that, and then I was like, all right, man. All right, well then shit, man. If we're going to do that, Nipsey, that positive, that grind shit, I love that shit. So that's where it just came out. I wrote that shit in literally probably 10 minutes. Like, he got out of the booth, right? I listened to what he said a few times to get the vibe, the energy of what he's meaning, and what are we talking about, getting up and getting to it. And then, I swear, bro, 5-10 minutes, that shit was done. I be up like a lion rising, sun shining blinding, needing visors. People ego small as needlepoint, they need advisors. I need inspire riots, the people that setting fires, not just setting flyers, bitch, we be the highest. I got some jewels in my head like I was Royal Highness. I be rolling up, I be smoking grab or whatever. I got some jewels in my head like I was Royal Highness. I be twisting grab a leaf with herb to be the finest. I got some jewels in my head, or I'm rolling what'd I say? So that's how sometimes, bro, purple like royal, these bitches, leave in the circle. You know what I'm saying? I killed that shit, bro. But that shit came out in 10 minutes, bro. I went in there, murdered it. Especially the best part about when you really write a dope verse in the studio is that you're there, bro. It's fresh, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the best moments, and that's really the goal too, by the way, like to get enough money to live in the studio in a sense. So those moments come naturally. Because there's so many songs written, there's so many vibes, and then you get there, and if it's just not right, it's just not right. It might be forced, whatever. But them things like that, sunshine and blonde and needing visors. My pussy tight that pussy tight as my circle. These bitches even geeking like Urkel. Like that's gotta be like that kind of vibe. Really just comes in the moment, Homie said play it. Yeah, let me play it. I'm sitting there trying to mimic it. I can't even, just fucking it up. But yeah, with that being said, Get Up and, oh shit, I don't even pull it up. 1 second. But yeah, man, that's what's dope about that song, is that it was a team effort that kind of forced me to do this style, because I'm dope in this style. And that's what that long ass story is.
You can do it too.
Yeah.
I can do it, you can do it too. I can do it, you can do it too. I'm the living proof, you can do it, I can do it too. You the living proof. Call us Get Up to It crew.
It's called Get Up and Get to It. Get up and get to it.
Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. Get up and get to it. I done walked 1,000 miles an hour, I didn't get nowhere quick. Leveled up, beat the boss, I ain't get no red chips. So when I got my slice, you know I won't share shit. Beat that twice and shit ain't been fair since. Matt and Randy doubled up, this is not a double cup. You know we been chasing bucks, in our way you out of luck. Yes, you can't carry weight, you came up fast, you probably missed the boat. You been popping pills that's full of fent, that's why you overdose.
That's when he sold me.
No competition, you ain't even close. You don't like to rap, you like to get dressed, take a flick and buzz. Sometimes I feel like Lazarus, he really hit his dip and rolls. I know I'm really black when I grip my fist and
I love that line, man.
I can do it, you can do it too.
Sometimes I feel like Lazarus, he really hit his dip, then rose. Like, that's such a simple way of saying such a deep thing. So that's what kind of brought me.
I can do it too. We the living proof. Call us Get Up to It crew. Get up and get to it.
That sounds wild.
Get up and get to it. 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 Get up and get to it.
I be up like a lion rising, sun shining, blinding, needed visors. People ego small as needle point, they needed Myers. I need inspire riots, the people that set in fires, not just setting flyers. Flyers, bitch, we be the highest. I got some jewels in my head like I was Royal Highness. I'm rolling up my grabba leaf with herb that be the finest. I'm smoking royal like purple, these bitches geeking like Urkel. That pussy tight as my circle, I keep it right on my verbal. And if she squirt like she squirtle, then I'ma gurgle, then beat it up for a hurdle, then hurdle back to the money that make them funny. Some people are lonely,
Joe,
love me
yeah,
as
for
much
sure,
as they
man. That's
get it
the goal,
from
dog,
me.
is
I
to get,
never
you know,
trusted
somebody
nobody.
recording
I
in the
gotta
studio
just
all the
keep it
time.
solo. Only me in the photo. Grab a hoe by the toto and throw it out of the photo. Gotta get up and get it. Shoulders holding up plenty. I gotta keep moving, gotta keep running, gotta go get it. I got it, get it.
That particular session, though,
You can do it too.
man, could I even, like,
I can do it, you can do it too.
the way
I can do it, you can do it too.
the way me and Raven came together is such a crazy story.
I can do it too. You the living proof.
That like some like one day, like, you know, like she even hit me up the other day. Actually, she hit me up yesterday. Said she was like, yo, I love the song so much. She was like, I can't really promote it because my team, we're going in such a different direction. They won't let me, but I swear in the future I will. And it's like, I don't need you to promote it. Like you know, I got real fans. You know what I mean? So we don't need you to promote it. But I'd love to make more music. But like, there's so much shit going on there that like I've kind of touched on some of it before. But like one of the guys, like the money guys behind her, is scared to death of me, and not because I'm scary, because he's a piece of shit and he's a coward. You know what I mean? Like, that's really it. And to be fair, I don't even know actually if she still works with that guy. But like, still, there's like the story, like that studio session was wild. Like, we basically, like, just to keep it funky, there was this rich piece of shit, cokehead, older dude that was just really trying to impress her, and we were both kind of like, you know, he was trying to impress her by bringing her to the studio. But the thing is, I don't think he realized that she lived in the studio. You don't get that good without being in the studio. So for her, she's like, I'm just gonna let this guy feels whatever he feels to get the bag, whatever she was doing with that dude. And then it's funny because I was doing the exact same thing on my end, where I'm like, clearly this dude's thirsty for this girl, but he's gonna pay for the session. I'm getting everything, you know, it's my whole team, so everything, I own everything. So, truth is, I got like $1,500 worth of studio time, just so that way that guy could try to impress this girl that he was like madly in love with, and showering with money, I guess, and shit. And so even with that, I was like, bro, when I went to that session, so I'll even tell you this much, I went to that session with like 12, 13 songs written, and I told the guy, I said, I'll work with your artist. Because remember, I didn't meet her. I didn't know yet. I didn't know, like, he didn't even know. He didn't realize what he was dealing with. He was just thinking with his dick. So I'm thinking it's going to be some pretty girl that can't make music for shit. That's what I'm thinking is going to come, because I haven't seen nothing yet. And so I got 12 songs ready to go. And I tell him, look, I'm going to do my shit. And then when she comes, we're going to collaborate just like you want whenever she gets there. And when she finally showed up and she played some of her music, started singing, it's funny. We were all like, old man, go sit in the corner. Like, come on, bro. Like the whole team focused in. Andy got on the fucking keyboard. Mark started playing the guitar, because even Mark was gonna sing. Mark was supposed to do the chorus of not The Ledge, the other one. Having a brain fart. We got Like You Hate Me, which we did, and then there was another one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. They made the beat right up there. Mark's like, I ain't doing that. She's doing it. I'm like, all right, cool. So once we heard like, yo, this chick is incredible, we all like, okay, cool. We formed like Voltron, but still there was that guy to deal with. And I'm pretty sure if she promotes the music, if he's funding, he probably ain't gonna he's gonna feel a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's also me guessing. You know what I'm saying? She's also making different kind of music. But it was an interesting session because it was so like, it was almost like a lick that turned into a huge blessing for everybody but the weirdo in the corner, which is great, right? A rich weirdo got taken for a bunch of money so true artists could make true art. God damn it, if that's not fucking beautiful, if that's not what we're trying to do, you know what I'm saying? Then I don't know what the fuck we're doing. So, yeah, man. What y'all want to hear next, dog? On My Knees. You want to hear On My Knees? You know what? I think it was Ledge. No, it was Ledge. Because On My Knees, we made the beat right then and there. Well, when I say we, Indy and Mark made that beat right then and there. And then the Ledge had that girl sample in there. And don't look. And it's funny because when Raven starts singing, most people would automatically, and we even said this in studio, it almost sounds like we sampled her for the "Don't Look Down, 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 Long Road When You Don't Look Down," whatever the fuck. But that's actually not her. That was actually Eerie Skies did that. Eerie Skies had somebody sing and cut her up. And then, so it was going to be Mark with that girl kind of together. And then when we heard Raven, we were like, yeah, Mark. Even Mark is the one who, because I probably would have said it too, like, Mark, let her get on that one. But Mark himself was like, man, I ain't touching that with her in the room, bro. Let's get her in there. That's Robin Hood, baby. Yeah, man. Take from the rich and give to the needy. Because, like, bro, look how, like I said, bro, that guy's a real bad dude. And when I say bad dude, I mean bad dude not in the sense that he's out actively being bad. He's just the epitome of evil, bro. He's somebody that has more than he ever would want and uses it to just take advantage of anybody around him in order to get what he wants. And what he wants is always going to be, having some pretty girl around him or a bunch of drugs and cocaine and, like, you know what I mean? It's like a living for, bro, I've done this probably 3 lives. I do this in my life. I always forget this word. But it's like that Greek shit, feeding me grapes and, put your titties in my face 24 hours a day shit, which is nice, but that ain't life, There's got to be some bad with the good. Oh, I'm behind in the lie. Do you mean Like You Hate Me, Philip? Nope, new drop. Oh, you're just saying you want me to play the new drop. My bad, Phil. Joe, get rich, dog. Get rich. Be a true patron. Don't be the piece of shit rich guy that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I have to struggle to be able to create art through these loops to make sure this guy, you actually like the art. Get rich, baby. My God, get rich. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Fucking. How rich we talking? We'll talk later. Hedonism. Thank you, my brother, dog. I literally forget. And it's funny because, like, it's always on the tip of my tongue when I think of the word. And because growing up I watched Futurama, I always pictured a hedonist robot. So it's like it's the weirdest thing. Every time I forget that word, I'm trying to say it, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I just pictured a robot with the you know, the Caesar leaves in his head. Yeah, man. But dog, first of all, Joe, congratulations, dog, because that is fucking beautiful. You know, the problem isn't just people that have money. The problem is people that have money in large amounts, but it's made off of the destruction of the world. That's the shit that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? And then now if you make money off of good shit, like let's say you're the head of a label that makes good music, positive music that helps people in the world, great. Now there's a second step to it. How do you conduct yourself? Because now your product might be bringing good to the world, but how are you handling being a rich person, right? Are you fucking over everyone? Are you threatening people? Are you knowingly bullying people around, knowing they can't say shit because their financial stability is at stake? You know, and in which case now you have some level of goodness where you're responsible for the production of something good, but you're behaving like an animal. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that's how I always see it. Nothing, there's nuance in everything, right? Like I want all of y'all to get rich, bro. I want all y'all to get rich and then buy all the fucking merch. You know what I'm saying? And then let this music inspire you and be a good fucking person on some level. Don't take no shit from nobody. Don't let bad people take advantage, but keep it 100 and keep it funky. It's a lot easier to do that when you're rich. Bro, let me give you an example, right? Y'all know how I got fired from that job. I slapped that dude, right? I keep going back to this one thing. I was right. I should have not only slapped him, I should have fucking closed my fist and fucking busted his shit open. He should have left leaking, is the fucking truth. But this is also the fucking truth. He came in a Bentley, he left in a Bentley. When he came, I had a job. When he left, I fucking didn't. Luckily, I was able to get something else, or something else I've been doing ended up coming to fruition. But that doesn't matter, bro. Like at the end of the day, that's the issue, right? It's like, man, wouldn't it be great if you had enough money, you could beat the shit out of a motherfucker like that, take that L, go to jail, bail out the next day, and continue being a good person doing good shit. Freedom, bro. Freedom in finance. Nothing fucking wrong with that shit. That's the motherfucking goal. It's that other shit. It's that keeping up with the Joneses. It's that I could do whatever I want, but I got a nice car, but I gotta get that nicer car to impress that family over there, right? You know? It's the women that like that shit. It's the children that grow up like that. Oh my God, my wife keeps telling me that George across the street's car has a better air conditioning system. You know what I mean? It's that kind of shit, you know? It's them bitches, it's like, pay for my gas. What, are you broke? Like, the fuck would I pay? No, bitch. I mean, yeah, I am actually broke, but if I wasn't, I still wouldn't pay for your gas, because why the fuck don't you have gas money? I'm supposed to take care of you, bitch? What the fuck? What is happening? So, like, you know what I'm trying to say, bro? It's like, people, like, that honor money over humanity. You could be broke and be that rich type of person, right? Like, the motherfuckers that money is the most important motherfucking thing in the world. Much over 200. Man, congratulations, big dog. You get that shit, family. I will tell you this, Joe. If you get that job, and every single item in that merch store isn't fucking purchase. If you don't join that $500 monthly executive producer, I swear I will hunt you down, Joe. I'll hunt you down. And by the way, get used to this. This is what happens when you have money. Everyone that you love is like, wait a minute, bro. What, now you need money from me? Yes, Joe. We're hungry out here, bro. You're doing better. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, dog. 200K is good money, though, man. Make that shit happen. Make that shit happen. All right, what was the next song, bro? What's the next song? I think, Phil, were you asking for, you think money can't buy time? I tell him, ask my Lord. Hat. Man. It's hard out here. But we're all we got. And come together like a community, it's gonna be okay. Joe said new drop. Let's play new drop. Again, man, Joe, I know you, bro. You're a big fan. You know the lyrics. Leanne, you're a fan. You know the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are, like, think of some shit that you always wanted to know the story behind, or think of one of your favorite lines and let me know. I I want some suggestions, man. Then I'm gonna take them suggestions and hopefully turn it into some good content by telling y'all a fire ass story. And then we got more behind the bars to share. You feel me? You feel me?
What if you can create your
Nah, I'm
own
playing it right now. I'm
website
playing it right
by
now.
saying,
I
this
just
is
had
what
to
I
find
want?
that shit.
With Wix, you can't.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't know, this shit dropped on Friday. Last Friday? Yes, last Friday.
I'ma be a baby, fuck me like you hate me.
Yeah.
Me and the homie Raven Gray.
Look.
Every single night.
I'm looking for a re-up, make enough so I could put my feet up. Spelled by Kabbalah, stronger than the Santeria. A senorita fell from the sky like Aaliyah. She was tired of her life, drove off a cliff in a beater. He beat her and told her he was never gonna leave her. Believe her, I'll bust his head red till he Reba. Discard that, leave him in the trash where his heart at. As far back, hours put in the bars like a bar back. Smoke that, beat me up Scotty like I'm in Star Trek. No cap, I'm over your head like a snow cap. No dap, I just saw you digging in your butt crack. No cash, I don't see the need to let you hold that. Hold back, I might push your motherfucking skull back. So that we don't need to wonder where your soul's at.
Need you right now. Where is your soul? Will you come home? I've been waiting up all night and I need to know. Do you really love me like that? Hands down. In the back of the black car, thinking about you.
This shit is a vibe, man.
Always thinking about you. In the back of a black car, thinking about you. 'Cause baby, you're a star.
Looking for a re-up, low on my Franklin, I need Aretha. Hit a little freak up to suck it out my urethra. A little Frida, want me to paint it Mona Lisa. Had her leg shaking, I thought that it had a seizure. A pleaser, though I know she evil like she Frieza. I trust Melanie to be Melanie, I don't believe her. Oh well, I've been bout my money like I'm Odell. Oh hell, I'ma keep it pro like it Coattail. Re-up, make enough so I could put my feet up. Spelled by Kabbalah, stronger than the Santeria. A life of leisure, more indica than sativa. Never seen nothing as loco as my La
Where is
Vida.
your soul? Will you come home? I've been waiting up all night and I need to know.
How much Star Trek have you actually watched? Not a lot. My mom, when I was younger, had this boyfriend for a while. He used to come over the house all the time. He was obsessed with Star Trek. So we would watch that shit sometimes. I fuck with it.
And I'ma be a baby, fuck me like you hate me. Every single night, give me your soul and I'll give you mine. Give me your soul and I'll give you mine. It's fine.
Hell yeah, man, that's good, bro. Yeah, I think she looks like she's doing something with that, that sober living house, man. Which is beautiful. She's very upfront, man. Like when she was there, she's like, look, I'm gonna do. She's like, look, man, I'm gonna do some fucking mescaline or what was that ketamine. She's like, I'm gonna do some ketamine. She's like, but I need to stop. It's destroying me. It's destroying me. I was like, I mean, we already finished the music. It's destroying you, stop. But I understand addiction. We were all smoking and shit, and then fucking rich dudes over there fucking doing lines of blow and shit. It was so not the normal Mad Night session, which is why I was like, I don't even know if we could have filmed that shit. We had to keep telling the fucking old fucking rich dude to shut the fuck up. Like, he just kept talking and shit. It was but it was amazing. It was amazing. It was really a good session. A lot of light, a lot of dark, kind of combined for something special, I think, which is that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what the fuck it is, man. But yeah, it's always like that too, man. Especially with female singers, I found. Like, my favorite female singers in the whole fucking world is Janis Joplin, Amy Winehouse, was she dealing with drugs a lot? I guess she was. Tina Turner, her voice, that raspy voice was incredible. A lot of her music was a little not really the style in which I love, but if you go back to her more bluesy shit, like, my God, bro, she was incredible. All tragic shit, It's kind of just how it be sometimes, man. Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I never, I've only known like 3 or 4 people. So for years I knew one person that fucked with that shit. He was a weirdo, man. He's a cool dude though. He's like a scientist, literally a scientist. Dude invented one of the fastest cars. He used to sell weed back in Florida. This is a true story, bro. Dude's a lunatic. I used to buy bud for, and he like I don't even know why he sold it, because it wasn't, you give him $50, he'd give you like $300 worth of weed. I swear, it was the greatest. It was like a short period, but it was such a great period. And like word got around, like, yo, this dude's just nice. Just go tell him that's all you got. He'll fucking give you whatever. Like I go there, and be like, bro, here's $60. He's like, here, just take an ounce, bro. It's like, fuck, what do I owe you? He's like, oh, you don't owe me nothing, bro. You fucking come back next week and buy more, bro. You don't owe me nothing, dude. Like just one of those kind of guys. Like, all right, I love you. And like literally, he was protected too. It was like if anybody robbed him, they were fucked. Like, you better not touch that dude. That dude is an angel. But yeah, it turned out Stevie Nicks. Yeah, she's one of my favorites too. She overcame a lot of darkness. But yeah, man. But fucking yeah, dog. So anyway, that dude, he ended up disappearing or whatever. Mostly because he wasn't buying weed. We couldn't. His number went off. You couldn't buy weed from him or whatever. But I knew people that were actually friends with him, that had a real relationship, and they'd always tell stories like, oh dude, he's in China, or he's in Japan, working on race cars and street racing and all these crazy things. And dude ended up coming back to LA, right, for like maybe 6 months, something like that. And he came back and he's like, bro, I'm trying to invent the fastest car in the world. And he came to the crib, like when someone was like, oh, Matt's living out in LA or whatever. I haven't seen him in years. So he comes by. And I'm like, all right, This dude was a talker too. Like, you think I'm a talk? This motherfucker talk. So yeah, I'm gonna invent the fastest car in the world. And I'm thinking, like, I knew he was smart and shit, but I'm like, bro, that's kind of a big ask. And then he looks at me and goes, yeah, no, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be one of the hardest things I ever did. And then I was like, well, I said, I guess the first step would be, what's the other car what is the current fastest car in the world? He's like, well, that would be my invention, actually. I invented the fastest car in the world along with the so-and-so I worked on the team. And I'm like, wait. You already invented the fastest car in the world? He's like, yeah, I was a crucial part in the engineering of the fastest car in the world. I was like, well, okay, dog. Okay, I guess in that case, you probably can make the next fast. You made the last one, you can make the next one, right? Fucking crazy. He's like, yeah, I just need some funding. I partnered with someone in LA or whatever. And at the time, bro, just like always, I'm a starving artist. And just as a favor, he's like, bro, are you doing good? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing my music and shit. He's like, bro, I'm gonna give you a job because you're good with words. He's like, I need the name of the car. He's like, all I know is how I'm gonna make it, but I need the name of it. I need the company, the style, whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, let me, let's work something out. And he's like, it's gonna be, I think it's like $1,500 a week until it's done. I'm like, okay. Now here's the thing, $1,500, fuck yeah, dude, let's get it. I was like, maybe I can make it last 2 weeks, but I came up with the idea right away. I don't even remember. We had like 20 ideas. Like, I would come up with all these ideas, come up with all these designs and all these. I had other artists working and was able to pay them. It was amazing. And he would come by once a week for a team meeting, right? Now, I know this has nothing to do with nothing. I don't know how he got on this ketamine, that's why. So he'd come over for a team meeting like once a week. And the meeting, I'd be like, all right, here's all my ideas. And he'd be like, cool. I'm gonna go, because at the time I had this roommate. His name was Danny, and Danny is sober. Danny used to be a heroin addict way back in the day, like way back in the day. Like I remember I knew him, and then he started talking slow and acting weird, and then we found out he was an addict. Didn't hear from him for years, and then one day he called me. He's like, hey, I've been sober 5 years. I want to move to LA. He's like, if you need a roommate. I'm like, bet, dude, you're sober? Fuck yeah. So Danny came out here. So I knew that this guy liked to do drugs. So I told him, look, bro, if you want to do your shit or whatever, you're paying me a shit ton of money. I'm not gonna tell you no, but you don't do shit in front of my other roommate. I don't want him to have to see that shit and relapse or something. So it's like, okay. So he'd be like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So anyway, he'd always do whatever he did, and for the most part he was cool, but we never got any work done, which means it would go another week, which means he would pay me another $1,500. It was amazing until he just left. 6 months later he was just, I'm going back to Japan or something. I don't fucking know what happened to him. But it was such a great it was the best situation ever for that time, for sure. But anyway, so this motherfucker, one day he goes in the bathroom and he comes back. I don't know how to do it other than to just do it, right? So he comes back from the bathroom and he hits the corner and he's like this. And he's like, hey, Matt. And he opens his mouth and drool starts falling all up his face. He's like, you gotta try this ketamine, dude. And I looked at him like, bro, first of all, man, I don't get high like that. Second of all, you're upside down, homie. Like, You are not the poster child for anything that I want to do. Bro, spit just coming off his face. So that was my only experience with that kind of shit. And for years, like, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe even longer now. It's maybe 6, 7 years ago. So for years, like, whenever I thought of ketamine, that's what I thought of. But then I'm not going to put no names out there than people that would already admit it themselves. But there's a few people that I met recently in the past 2 years that were big on that. And it didn't have the same effect on them. But still, I guess that's getting big now. I guess people are big in the horse tranquilizers or whatever the fuck it is. Craziness. I've been smoking weed since I was 12 years old, bro. And the second I started smoking weed, I never stopped. So and then I saw what coke did to my dad and shit. So I never got into hard drugs, bro. And I don't think it's because I'm not. I think it's because I know that I would be addicted, right? Done shrooms, love shrooms, once in a blue moon, right? Not all the time, but that's a vibe. But never fuck with anything else, bro. Never fuck with nothing else. And then one time I was fucking this beautiful chick. She put a pill in my mouth, right? This is a funny story. She put a pill in my mouth. Halfway through fucking, I just stopped. And I just looked at her. She's like, you good? I was like, I don't know. And I started moving my hands. I'm like, why does it feel good? Like everything, the wind touching the vibration of the wind on my arm feels so good. And she's like, yeah, dude, I gave you Molly or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just remember I dipped out of the pussy. Just came out of it, knocked it out, stood up, got off the bed, and I started literally walking like this. Like a fucking idiot. Like I got a beautiful girl on my bed and she's sitting there looking and she's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, the fuck, come back, fuck me, what are you doing? And I was like swimming. I remember I looked at her and I went, shh, you did this to me. And then I just walked around the room for I think about 5 minutes and she slowly started putting her clothes on. She's like, hey, you gonna be good? And I'm like, yeah. You gotta go? You go, man. And I just sat there fucking feeling it. After that, I was like, you know what? Man, I would have rather got some pussy. The me that I know would have rather, you know, dug that shit out for a good 30, 45 minutes and then smoked me a blunt and called it a day. So this new Matt wants to swim around the room. So I realized pretty immediately I don't want to be that guy. Apparently we see everything upside down. Our brain flips the image. That is true. What if it was flipped for him on ketamine? I don't think it was flipped for him, dude. I think he was so fucked up he couldn't lift his back up or didn't want to. Why is this shit? I'm not sure what's going on right now with the camera. Y'all can hear me though, right? As long as you can hear me. All right, bet. I think we're good. Bro, I wasn't even trying to be touched. I was touchy with myself, bro. I've never experienced anything like that. And it's like, I don't know. That ain't my shit, bro. Yeah, that bitch tried to up the experience for the both of us, and she ruined it. She gave me a whole different experience. All right, let's get back to it, man. What were we playing? The whole point of this is stories about the music, but fuck it. Some random stories about my life. It's been a life. Still going, baby. Let's do Ghost. I love Ghost. We talked about Ghost. We did the other Randy song. I'll be right back, though. I'm a pee. I'll run it back when I get back. Coffee, too. Yeah.
This ghost bias, people close, they chose liars. I spit fires, I ain't needed no ghost riders. I'm so tired, I keep riding with no tires. Matt and I on the flyers, tickets with no buyers. But soon the eye is rocking shows that'll turn to riots and fly highest. I'll be round with my co-pilots, no mileage, no peace if there's no violence. We got time, but no time timeless. I'm the world's finest, underrated and unsigned list. They so blinded, they be racking my mind mindless. I took all the dirt, the hurt, and the unkindness and tried to write a line that'll help us put it behind us. People close, they chose violence. All I know is all my life I'm no nihilist. I care too much, still about the shit before we grew up. Maybe only grew up from all the pain that went through us. Pour a little drink for the short bus. Scorned us, now these hoes will rush to my tour bus. Who'd have thought, little Matt who's obsessed with Tupac would later hang with Mo Preem and do a song with Snoop Dogg. Ooh God, knew you would've listened when I prayed. I just thought I got the answer when you took my pop away. I guess that there's two plots, take the good with the bad. And love when you're happy, let it hurt when you're sad. And be glad for every fucking moment that you have, cause one day it goes away, you gon' wish that you had.
Killed that hook, didn't he? Oh yeah, also somebody gave a super chat earlier, man, and Stefan, man, thank you, homie, truly appreciate it. Be more like him if you
There's
can,
those
y'all.
bias, we don't know,
Support
we're
means
so
everything,
biased. Them
and
nice
it's how-
smilers with good laughs suffer
how I
in
keep this
silence. We
machine
so
moving,
blinded,
baby.
slightly stupid and small-minded.
It's the grease in which the wheels get grinded,
I
man.
miss y'all. If you was here, I'd
Let me back
hug and
up,
I'd
though, 'cause
kiss
this
y'all.
might be one of
But
the
I keep
hardest
moving
verses.
biased. Them nice
Song. This verse gave me chills after, which is like, okay, that's when I know it's truly true to me and what I'm trying to say.
There's those by us, we don't know, we're so biased. Them nice smilers with good laughs suffer in silence. We so blinded, slightly stupid and small-minded. We've been given the answer and act like we couldn't find it. I miss y'all, if you was here I'd hug and I'd kiss y'all. But I keep moving in hopes that this shit'll lift y'all. Pissed off, cause it masks all the shit I could list off. That's left me grief-stricken and miserable, about to drift off. Lift off, pistol to my head, then the clip drop. Guess God had a different plan than a desk job.
So I'm gonna run this back because I missed most of it in the beginning and see if a line pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
This ghost bias, people close, they chose liars. I spit fires, I ain't needing no ghost riders. I'm so tired, I keep riding with no tires. Matt and I on the flyers, tickets with no buyers. But soon I is rocking shows that'll turn to riots and fly highest. I'll be round with my co-pilots, no mileage, no peace if there's no violence. We got time, but no time timeless. I'm the world's finest, underrated and unsigned list. They so blinded, they be racking my mind mindless. I took all the dirt, the hurt, and the
Death Dealer,
unkindness,
bro.
and tried to write a line that'll help us put it behind.
I don't know if you're here when I was talking about earlier, but not only can I play it for you, my brother, I will play you the mastered version, because mostly due to your love for it and me realizing it is summertime, and every time that I've come close to releasing that song, summertime just ended and I felt like it was a missed opportunity. So the song's coming out, dog. It's coming out next week, not this Friday, so I guess in 2 weeks technically. But it's out. Artwork got finished literally this morning, and the song is mixed and mastered, my brother. So I'm gonna finish this song out, see if any stories come up, and then we're gonna jump right into that shit. Yeah, man. See, I listen to y'all, man. I listen to y'all. In fact, oh shit, I'm sorry, baby. What are you doing hiding behind my fucking foot? So yeah, man, like I listen to y'all, bro. Like every song from that last session that I texted Indy is 2 of them are done, and more are being done. You feel me? So this is an interactive journey that we're on, my brothers and my sisters. Interactive. We're in this shit together, man. Lord knows, I feel like I'm in this shit by my motherfucking self so much.
the souls
that I can
bias.
only
People
imagine
close, they
is
chose
probably the
violence.
same
All I know is
for
all
y'all
my
from time
life
to
I'm no
time. So
nihilist.
just
I
know
care too much.
that
Still out the shit
that's
before
no
we
longer
grew
the
up.
case.
Maybe only grew up from all the pain that went through us. Pour a little drink for the short bus. Scorned us. Now these hoes will rush to my tour bus. Who'da thought? Little Matt, who's obsessed with Tupac, would later hang with Mo Preem and do a song with Snoop Dogg. Ooh, God, knew you would've listened when I prayed. I just thought I got the answer when you took my pop away. I guess that there's two plots, take the good with the bad. And love when you're happy, let it hurt when you're sad. And be glad for every fucking moment that you have. Cause one day it goes away, you gon' wish that you had.
I'm so lost. What are y'all talking about? Amen, Phil. So let's go back. Even that first line,
Ghost bias, people close, they chose liars. I spit
even that first line, man, like that people close, they chose liars shit. Like I can't tell you how many times in my life that I was good somewhere, and then at some point I wasn't good. And I just mean like the vibe wasn't right, or the feeling was off, or the love wasn't there. And it's like, what happened, you know? And many times you found out that there was some weird Machiavellian shit happen. Somebody's tried to get me out of the situation for one benefit or another, who knows? And or sometimes just because some people are just sick, you know what I'm saying? They have to make shit. I don't know, but like there's been a few times in my life where I can remember, like, you know. And sometimes, like I'll even think of one random one, man. I did this when I was younger. I wrote this thing called The Road to Evil. It was like a little play. It was just it was a competition I heard about, and it said if you win it, you could be, I was already a part of this kind of theater company thing called Lovewell, which was so dope. We'll talk about it one day, because honestly, that shit was amazing, and I recommend anyone that got kids to put them through that shit. But anyway, fucking. I did this program, and then later on they had this thing, you write this play basically, and then, or not even the whole thing, the concept and half of it, because the whole part of the program is you all write it together. But if you win this certain thing, you end up going to Sweden, and then you get to, when you're in Sweden, you stay there for a couple weeks, and you get to stay with all these people and basically put on this big production in Sweden. And it was fucking dope, bro. And I went there and I made what I thought would be lifelong friends, man. I got a lot of Swedish pussy, bro. Let me tell you something, man. I was 16, 17 years old, and they put us in a college dorm with like 20 other 16, 17-year-olds, and I was the only one. Well, it was me and one other guy from America, and the other guy was kind of a dorky, kind of a weird dude. Nice guy, talented dude too. He could sing really good. He played one of the lead things in the thing. Anyway, so I had time of my life, bro, fucking around. I met this one chick that was just so beautiful, and me and her started hanging out all over the place, bro. Me and this Swedish, and she was Swedish, but she had black hair, and I'm a sucker for a brunette, and we were just fucking just going everywhere, me and this girl, and she was so beautiful, and she had that thick accent, and I met her parents, and I met all of her friends, and we were just like, I was just me and her the whole time. And I get back to Sweden after the whole thing's done. And I sent her a message on Facebook. I was like, hey, how you been? Hope everything's good. She sends me this paragraph. You're a piece of shit. You said this, and that, and this, and that. And the thing is, like, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, first of all, me and you did fuck. And we didn't, and whatever you're saying, that's not even what happened. That's what happened was much cooler than that. So who even made that story up? You know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess someone was going around. She wouldn't tell me who. So for years, I would always wonder, I was like, I guess one of them Swedish kids must have talked some shit or whatever, because they were jealous or something. That's what I always thought, because the guy in America was like the nicest, nerdiest little dude. And then years later, that dude hit me up on some social media randomly, and he's like, hey man, see you're acting out there. And I'm like, yeah. And his whole vibe was different. I'm like, yeah, how you been? And he started talking to me like one of them what are them weirdos, them weird fucking violent dudes that can't get no pussy, the incel shit. He started saying some incel shit. He's like, you know, these fucking bitches hate us and da-da. And I was listening to him, I was like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I said, bitches don't hate me. I don't know what the fuck are you talking about. Maybe you're just a fucking, you know. And I realized, anyway, through him talking, I was like, halfway through sending messages, I was like, yo, bro, you were the weirdo that made a bunch of lies about me to all them Swedish bitches, ain't you? And he's like, yeah, bro, that's right. I did. Come find me. I'm out in fucking Wyoming or something. I'm like, bro, you little piece of shit. But like, that's such a small story. I mean, there's much crazier shit in my life. But like, I always thought back, like, you know, I really liked that Swedish bitch. And before, you know, I had a girl and she had a dude. And I think that was the big issue of it getting out that we hooked up. But nobody really knew that we hooked up other than homie that was American. But the thing is, the story that was told wasn't even the story of what happened. So I don't know. The point is like, I always thought, like, back then, like, man, like, if this why would that bitch believe something? And then, you know, like, that could have been my little Swedish thing. I always thought this bitch would fly back out. Like, I'd have like this gorgeous Swedish little model that loves me forever. I get the hit every now and then. And no, she believed the lie. But then you get older, you realize, like, first of all, someone's gonna believe a lie about you. They never knew who the fuck you were in the first place, man. So they could all suck a big fat dick and die. Yeah, spreading rumors of cockblock. But here's what's weird about it. He didn't. So the dude just, with that dude, it was just him being evil on some like weird, like, he hates the world shit. Cause he spread that shit after we got back. Cause me and her, when I left Sweden, it was like, I'll see you soon. You know what I'm saying? Like, mwah, I'll see you soon, my little Swedish princess. You know, eventually you'll be in America. I'll come back. Like, we connected. We're good. And the next time I talked to her, it was, fuck you, you piece of shit. My boyfriend got mad at me and da-da-da-da. And I didn't do this and didn't do that. And I'm like, no, you didn't do that. What you did do was better. And if I told it, I would have told it right. What the fuck are you talking? Anyway, but you find that a lot, bro. Also, but like, even in music and film and like I've been places you go back and then it's like, especially after that Snoop shit dropped. Oh, bro, Matt paid $100,000. Matt paid $100,000, bruh. If I had $1,000, I wouldn't be able to pay that for a Snoop verse. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's just that weirdo shit that's like, that's just part of life, man, you know? So that's really where that is. Like, people but the close, they chose Liars. That one, I think that one was about a couple different personal situations, more in LA. Because everyone I grew up with in Florida knows my character to a T. But out here, I definitely made the mistake for a long time of actually, my dad used to say all the time, you know the difference between an acquaintance and a friend. Extremely important. Extremely important. If you keep an acquaintance as an acquaintance, they won't hurt you. You don't call an acquaintance and say, I just killed somebody and the police are after me. The acquaintance is probably going to do what's best for his family and snitch you the fuck out. Or at least not let you in. You got to know the difference between an acquaintance and a friend. Because if you think every acquaintance is a friend, you're going to get hurt. And when I moved out here and I lost so many people, I lost my emotional support system. Didn't realize that I even had one until they were gone. But when I lost that, I realized that suddenly friends that aren't friends became my really good friends, right? Like, nah, homie, I've known you for a year and we both got a mission. And especially if you're good at what you do, and even more so if they're not, that entire friendship was that entire time you were friends, they were threatened by you. Never wanted you to succeed. Every time you succeeded, it was an insult and a stain to them because they could never, right? Meanwhile, from my side, when I know that I can, every time I see a friend of mine get better, it's inspiration to me because I know if they could do it, I could do it because I'm just as good, if not better. But if I know deep down that that I'm not even good enough to do it, and they're good enough to be great, it hurts. Now, listen, if you just heard me saying this off the street, you'd probably be like, fuck that guy, he's a cocky piece of shit. I want to preface it. You already know, bro, my life's a mess. I'm not good at a lot of shit. If I was better at business, I'd be in a much better position. Like, there's a lot of things I'm not great at. I know what I'm fucking good at, bro. I'm good at my art. And when you're really good at anything, dog, and you shine in one thing, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful because, at least for me, I'm never thinking fuck these other people because I'm always just thinking, how can I grow my craft? How can my craft become this? How can I do this? How can I do that? And then they might be watching like, how does he do that? And how does he do that? And why can't I do that? Well, it's because I've never once even thought about you on that. I like your company, maybe we're cool, whatever. But when I think about my craft, I would never think about how you do your craft unless it was super relevant and I could learn something from it. It just doesn't make sense. It's just self-pity, self-hatred, turned into shit, and it destroys. It can destroy lives and careers, man. You know, I mean, we see that shit all the time. So that's that line. It wasn't just for me, it's for y'all, it's for everybody, you know. There's ghosts by us, you know. And why'd I preface it with that? It's like, besides all the dead and all the people I love that are gone, that are watching me, there's also just, you know, if ghosts are even real, right? Let's just say they are for the sake of this song. There's ghost bias, there's third perspectives, there's people watching, right? The truth is there, everyone sees what happened. But then there's people close that chose liars. It's like, man, at least my ghost, you know, like, it's kind of like, well, like, God knows what happened, right? I don't care if you believe me, God knows, you know, the ghosts know. That was kind of the concept, I think, of that line, right? Like, all right, man, y'all ain't gotta like me, y'all ain't gotta believe me. Like, I know I'm dope. And if my life was a movie, then I'm the fucking shit. And if there's some ghosts watching it, then they got some popcorn and they're fucking enjoying that shit. So there's ghost bias. People close, they chose liars. I spit fires. I ain't needing no ghost riders. And that's that other thing. Like, then the people that are above you aren't even as good as you. The people above me have to hire people like me in order to be what they are. The fuck? The fuck? Let's play Summertime, baby. Let's play Summertime. We can come back to this one. I made a promise to old Death Dealer, and I know he's been waiting to hear it. You know, you don't want to break no promises to no Death Dealer now. He'll come find you. He'll come find you. All right. Let me know what you think too, man. Let me know what you think. I actually, just to let y'all know, keep it funky. I like it. I was about to put it out, and then I hit up Indy this morning and asked him if for him to re-listen to it and decide if we need to lower the vocals a little bit or raise the instrumental, or both. But y'all listen, and if it sounds perfect, if you feel like it's perfectly level, let me know. And if y'all feel me on that, maybe raising the instruments up a little bit, so that way the voice isn't overpowering it. If it even is, let me know. Here we go. Summertime, master. Fuck with it. Be a lot cooler if it played right away.
Yeah.
Doesn't that already just sound more sexy?
Yeah. This my summertime jam. So take your shirt off, roll a blunt, get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on. But I never like to hit the water, cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking, burning all day long. You be smoking, welcome to join then. Just grab a when you come, and it'll be all night. Smoking in the moonlight, and you can see the stars bright, like everything was alright, even when it's really not. Yep. Even though it's really not. Nope. And I don't think it ever was. They say to live a full life, I should stop smoking blunts. I hardly get through the day, I don't smoke enough. It's like y'all work all week and then go sniff some dust. I write all damn night while I be twisting up. I probably fucked your housewife, going through your house like, I know what your spouse bout, I know what your life like. So you can keep that while I roll my leaf fat. Well, fat enough for Matt. I gotta make this sack last, cause I'm so broke, like an old man fell. I left cracks on your flesh like the Liberty Bell. Was born out of Eden, lost my wings, then fell. Left here on earth to bring that fire and failed. Oh well. I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on. But I never like to hit the water, cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking, burning all day long. You be smoking, welcome to join then. Just grab a when you come, and we'll be all night.
Oh yeah.
Smoking in the moonlight. and you can see the stars bright, like everything is alright, even though it's really not. Yeah. Even though it's really not. Nope. And I don't think it ever was. I like to get high in the winter, and I shiver when the wind hits my balls. But I always roll another grabber, cause the cold will only get you when you pause. And I'll be moving, I keep it moving, doing whatever I do. Yo, what you doing? Nothing but improving and making money when I'm through. And it'll be all night, smoking in the moonlight, and you can see the stars bright, like everything was alright, even though it's really not. Even though it's really not. Nope. Shit, I don't think it ever was. No. Nah, I don't think it ever was. Nope. Yeah. But I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on. But I never like to hit the water, cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking, burning all day long. You'll be smoking, welcome to join in. Just grab a grabber when you come, and it'll be all night, smoking in the moonlight, and you can see the stars bright.
Man,
like
Philip,
everything was
that's actually
alright,
a really good,
even though it's really not.
It's actually really good advice.
Nope.
So you know what sucks, man, is this,
even though it's really not.
This was recorded in Florida, and for some fucking reason, dog, that session, the treble, and just the, I don't know if they had the microphone fucked up. I couldn't tell you what it is. Every song from that session, the treble's so high that it's, you literally can't even listen to it. Like, you can't even listen to the unmixed bounce on some versions, right? So like, honestly, dog, I think that was Indy's best, lowering the treble literally as much as possible. Cause it just, something about that session, the only way I could describe it, it sounded like metal, like a metal voice in a metal room. And it sucks because a lot of the songs made that day were really fucking good. Like a cry, Liberty Bell's nice too. Nah, let me hear that, bro. I didn't know they were. Yeah, tell me why. I mean, the only bell I even really know of is the Liberty Bell. But get in, bro. I love me a conspiracy theory. But yeah, man, what y'all think other than that? I definitely agree the treble's a little high on that. Unfortunately, that's just a Florida session thing. The only way to fix that would be to redo the song in the good, yeah, tinny's a good way to put it. It would be to just redo the song in a in the studio here. And what sucks to me, and this is another reason why that song didn't come out for a while, is because tinny's not really the vibe. Like, that medley vibe isn't really great for summer. Summer, you want more of a warm. That song is warm. Like, the beat is warm, the vocal performance is warm, but the microphone itself, if that makes sense. But you know, the option real. I mean, that song's so old. It's like that's how it's coming out, basically. We can mess with the mix, but I don't think the treble's gonna go down, which sucks. Really does kind of suck. But Death Dealer likes it. What'd you think, homie? Overall, I mean, you know, is it still listenable? Because you know, even for me, when I first heard it, that's the least amount of trouble I ever heard in that song, because of whatever Indy did. But yeah, man. What'd y'all think about the levels, though, at least as far as the vocals and the beat? Let me know. Oh yeah, and Stefan, dog, if you're still on here, bro, I am delivering. I got all your shit. The package is ready to go. I'm hitting the what do you call it? The post office Monday morning, bro. So you should have that shit, and I'd say like by the end of the week. Yeah, man. Just got an alert on my shit to send it, but it's Saturday. What's next, man? We got any requests? Any lyrics we want to dive into? What we got? Hey, Balzac in the motherfucking building. They rung with healing resonance, but were destroyed by Big Pharma or just an evildoer. Yeah, I mean that's a cool theory. I don't know if I believe that. Mostly because I don't think the people that created those bells were so altruistic that they would even care to, if that even existed. I don't know if they would even care enough about us to keep us, you know, keep us good with some harmony. That was the master, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that was the master. I think Indy killed it. It's just tough, man. That Florida session. It's basically you're just trying to fix something that's unfixable, doing the best you can. Let's run it back one more time though, man. Let's see if is it bearable.
This is my summertime jam. So take your shirt off,
Relax a little.
roll a blunt, get comfortable. I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on. But I never like to hit the water cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking, burning all day long. You be smoking, welcome to join then. Just grab a when you come and it'll be all night. Smoking in the moonlight. And you can see the stars bright. Like everything was alright, even when it's really not. Yep. Even though it's really
Turn the beat up a bit.
not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And that's the note I gave Indy
No.
this morning. So
And
that's
I
already
don't
being
think
done.
it ever say to live a full life, I should stop smoking blunts. I hardly get through the day, I don't smoke enough. It's like y'all work
Vocals
all
are pretty
weekend and
bright.
go sniff some dust. I write all damn night while I be twisting up. I probably fucked your housewife, going through your house like. I know what your spouse bout, I know what your life like, so you can keep that.
So even
Well,
that line right there, it's interesting to me because it was a callback to a song I did in the same sessions that are supposed to be sort of like sister songs in a way. And that I believe that was Bad Guy. La la la, toast to the bad guy. Because I think it's that song where I said I'm a broke boy. No, I'm sorry, it's a different song. But I said I'm a broke boy fucking with a rich man's wife, and I want to live that rich man's life, right? And so this was a callback to that. Talk about everything's bad, and so I'm saying, okay, well now being fucking your wife and being in your house and realizing what you actually have, I don't want that, right? So that was like, it was the flip of that, and now kind of sucks that the time difference now, it might not be connected, but I don't know. I think it's all, I try to keep it all in a universe on some level.
You be smoking, welcome to join then. Just grab a when you come and it'll be all night.
You gotta produce this for
Smoking
real.
in
Yeah,
the
I mean, I think you
moonlight.
even put it out, right? If I
And
produce,
you can see the stars
it's
bright.
coming out. This is the master. So
Like everything
I'm waiting
is
for this is
all-
master number 1. I told Indy this morning, I think we need to either lower the vocals or raise the music and raise the guitar a little bit. So he should send that to me probably today, this afternoon, tonight. And then I got the artwork back this morning, which is dope. It's two fish looking all lusty at each other because I said I don't touch the water, fish fucking that pond. So it's two fish looking all lusty in this water with a blunt and an ashtray that's floating in the water. And then you see like the cityscape in the background, and it says summertime and like a cool kind of like a 90s kind of like a Far Sidey kind of hip hoppy vibe. I like it a lot. Artwork came out real dope. And yeah, dog, so this shit is done, homie. I mean, as long as what Indy sends is what I ask, which always is for the most part.
My
This shit is
bathing
good to go.
suit on.
And I'll play that next
But I
live
never
once
like
you
to
send it.
hit the water cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking,
Yeah.
I'll be
So
smoking.
we all agree. We basically all
burning
agree.
all day long.
Shit's a little troubly. Can't really do much
You
about
be
that.
smoking,
Vocals could
welcome
be
to
lower.
join then. Just grab a when you come and it'll be all night. Smoking in the moonlight. And you can see the stars bright. Like
Shout out, this is
everything
a
was
Eerie Skies beat as
alright,
well.
even when it's really not. Yep.
Appreciate you, homie.
even though it's really not. No.
Like the Big Lebowski rug. Hey man,
And I don't
dog.
think it
Hey.
ever was. They say to live a full life, I should
Yeah,
stop
man.
smoking blunts.
It's the key
I
to good
hardly
writing
get
sometimes.
through the day, I don't smoke enough. It's like y'all work all week and then go sniff some dust. I write all damn night while I be twisting up. I probably fucked your housewife, going through your house like, I know what your spouse about,
shit,
I know
bro,
what your life like.
that's
So you can
actually
keep
a
that
fire
while I roll
idea,
my leaf
homie.
fat. Well, fat enough
That's
for
a
Matt.
fire
I gotta make
idea,
the sack
bro.
last, cause I'm so broke.
Yo,
like an
I gotta
old man
find one of
fell. I
those,
left
dog,
cracks
and
on
then
your
just
flesh
film
like
it,
the
like, actually
Liberty
film
Bell.
it.
Was born out of Eden, lost my wings, then fell. Left here on earth to bring
That's
that
a dope
fire
idea,
and
homie.
failed. Oh well. I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on.
Was Toast to the bad guy?
But I
Oh, it
never
was
liked to
where I
hit
said
the
that
water
line?
cause I heard
Dope.
the fish fucking
Yeah, I think I used that line once or twice on other songs, too.
I'll be smoking.
So it's an
I'll be
ongoing- yeah,
smoking,
it's like the answer to that,
burning
like, nah, I
all
don't
day
want
long. You be smoking, welcome to join that. Just grab a when you come, and we'll be all night smoking in the moonlight. And you can see the stars bright, like everything is alright, even though it's really not.
What was that
Yeah.
song that shit used to sing? Wasn't it the don't worry, right? Be happy. That was my shit, bro. I love them fish. Them fishes were a hit, bro. When they came out, that was mind-boggling. That was just everyone went crazy.
Even though it's
for 'em.
really not.
I remember seeing them at a Bass
And
Pro
I don't
Shop.
think it ever was. I like to get high
days,
in the
bro.
winter, and I shiver when the wind is my balls. But I always roll another grabber, cause the cold will only get you when you pause. And I'll be moving, I keep it moving, doing whatever I do. Yo, what you doing? Nothing but improving and making money when I'm through, and it'll be all night smoking in the moonlight.
You know what's crazy? I'll share something. So in that session, I ran out of breath there all night, right? That little thingy there. And when I heard it back, bro, dude, talk about hit me. Like to this day, it sounds. So my dad was always smoking, always out of breath, you know? And it hit me in two ways. One, it sounded exactly like my pop when he was trying to finish a sentence running out of breath. Yeah, so anyway, I was going down and I went to the thing the other. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I went to the thing the other day. You know, like that kind of shit. Like, especially if he's choking. You know, that thing, it sounded in the same tone when I heard it. So it was two things. It was one, like, man, I better calm the fuck down on smoking so much, dog, because that shit in 50 years, 20, 30 years, I'm going to be in trouble. But then the other thing was like, damn, dog, like, fuck, man, that's crazy, bro. Like the same tone from the same thing. With age brought that same vibe. Very interesting to me, and makes the performance worth keeping alone.
The grabber, cause the cold will only get you when you pause. And I'll be moving, I keep it moving, doing whatever I do. Yo, what you doing? Nothing but improving and making money when I'm through,
Right here.
and it'll be all night smoking in the moonlight.
100%.
And you can see the stars bright,
Crazy.
like everything was alright, even though it's really not. Even though it's really not. No. Shit, I don't think it ever was. No. Nah, I don't think it ever was. Nope. Yeah. But I like to get high in the summer with no shirt and my bathing suit on. But I never like to hit the water, cause I heard the fish fucking that pond. And I'll be smoking, burning all day long. You be smoking, welcome to join that. Just grab a when you come, and it'll be all night smoking in the moonlight.
Amen, brother.
And you can see the stars bright, like everything was alright, even though it's really not. Nope. even though it's really not. No, no, no. Shit, I don't think it ever was. And I don't think it ever was.
To me, that's what makes the
Yeah.
song, man. Just that I don't think it ever was. I don't know why, but to me, that's the song. Yeah, man. Which also tied back to Bad Guy, actually, where I said something similar, right? Toast to the bad guy, bad bitches, the bad times that passed by. And like that, I toast to the good man who did his best, but it was never good enough for them. And I don't think it ever was, right? Like that, it was never good enough for them. So yeah, now I remember, they're definitely like sister songs, if that makes sense. Yeah, man. All right, let's keep going, bro. Let's see if we can find any more stories in the magic. Little tidbits of the life behind the motherfucking words. Isn't this fun? I think it's fun. I'm enjoying it. I like fucking with y'all, bro. I like hanging with y'all, smoking some weed, diving into the music. It's therapeutic on some level. It's therapeutic. All right. Let me know also if y'all got any requests. Let me know. Is this Amber Heard? You know what's funny, man? So this song is a self-sabotage song. And what I mean by that is that I killed this shit. The verses, I murdered this shit. And even I can't stand this fucking song because of the fucking chorus. And it's not even that I wasn't saying what I was supposed to say. I said what I was supposed to say. It's just it's like I took a bar that's like an uncomfortable bar, but okay, that was a cool point, you know, like, yeah, like Hitler was a little bitch with a small dick, and maybe if he got some pussy before he became powerful, he probably wouldn't be a murderous piece of shit, maybe, I don't know. That was kind of the joke of it, but that's a bar, that's not a chorus. It's not a chorus, especially for a song about a vicious bitch for the most part. And yeah, man, so anyway, Amber Heard, this one is super, no Spotify love, no, I just think the algorithm hates it because literally the line, so in the chorus I say, I wish Hitler would have got some pussy. Like, I'm Jewish, I can say that, right? Like, there's a point behind it, but like out of context, what a horrible fucking line, and definitely not a chorus line. Anyway, good lesson to learn.
We all just broken hearted.
I'm still glad I have it in the catalog because it's just this song is just a fuck you almost. I don't know.
We all just
I haven't
broken
listened to it
hearted.
in a long time.
We all got issues with the past. We mad when they say the word retarded, but never stop the kid from shooting up the class.
So yeah, this whole song was
Wish I
supposed
could
to be
heal
like,
the broken hearted.
you know, anger.
I wish Hitler would've got some pussy. I never wanna be a martyr, baby.
Run that shit.
I am a killer. You don't need to push. She cold but sweet.
Like,
We
even the
all just
vibe is
broken
cool. I just
hearted.
wish I didn't say that
We
dumbass
all
Hitler
got
shit.
issues with the
'cause
past.
you know, just even taken out of
Mad when they
context,
say
I don't
the
even
word
like that. Like
retarded.
the
Never stop
idea
the kid
that
from shooting up the
being
class.
taken out of context.
I wish I could heal the broken hearted. Shit, I wish Hitler would've got some pussy.
Hey man, appreciate
I never
you.
wanna be a martyr,
100%.
baby.
I like to think in
I
the
am a
universe,
killer.
you know,
You don't
not
need to
just
push. She cold but
not just
sweet.
YouTube.
Iceberg, tip below honey. My knees are weak. Every time that she make me nutty, she keep me nuttin'. Only want me to feed her something, believe in something. Loving
The reason I
ourselves,
even
we
say I
needing
killed
nothing.
this shit
I'm
is,
wanting
like, there's
nothing,
no
but there's
beat to
everything
this.
that I'm
Like,
needing. I'm
this is
fucking leaving.
all
I'm just so tired of
acapella.
grieving. Don't
This
need
is
a
a
reason.
fucking
I got enough to
R&B
stop my
song.
breathing, but
It's an R&B song with no drum, nothing. You shouldn't be able to kill this shit. So that's why I said
I wish I could heal the broken hearted. Shit, I wish Hitler would've
Nah, I knew
got
what
some
you meant,
pussy. I never wanna be a martyr, baby. I am a killer. You don't need to push. She cold but sweet. Iceberg, tip below honey. My knees are weak. Every time that she make me nutty, she keep me nuttin'. Only want me to feed her something, believe in something. Loving ourselves and we needing nothing. I'm wanting nothing, but there's everything that I'm needing. I'm fucking leaving. I'm just so tired of grieving. Don't need a reason. I got enough to stop my breathing, but it's a feeling that got me bouncing off the ceiling. Another bitch burn me, but I don't need penicillin. Another bitch hurt me, but she don't know I got feelings. Just breathe in my smoke from my blunt and then I conceal it. Man, do do cry, but no bitch that I'll shed a tear with. I holla at my fam and say something we gotta deal with. We might lose me, shit, I might lose y'all. The whole team kick it, but never play foosball. We never had nothing with something to lose, huh? Drink the booze up. I'm trying to feel that woo-saw. Remember Mattress Giants, we make them say ooh, then cool off. Roll me some of that ooh la, like ooh ma. Please don't do me like Tupac, like ooh God. What's the message, yo, what's the word? You ask him for an angel, he sent you an Amber Heard. I jump in the basket like Moses or Larry Bird, and then I make another point for my team to go teach the herd, yeah. We all just broken hearted.
I said I jump in the basket like Moses or Larry Bird.
We mad when they say the word retarded.
Fuck outta here, dog.
They
That
never
shit was
stop the
hard.
kid from shooting up the class.
This song just
Wish I
needed
could
a
heal the
beat.
broken hearted.
Like it needed a drum.
Shit. I wish Hitler would've
It
got
needed
some
a better
pussy. I'd rather never be a martyr, baby. I am a killer, you don't need to push me. We all just broken hearted.
Forgot Mark came in
We
here
all
and
got
threw them
issues with
moves
the
and I was on that
past.
bitch.
We mad when they say the word retarded, but never stop the kid from shooting up the class. Wish I could heal the broken hearted. Shit, I wish Hitler would've got some pussy. I'd rather never be a martyr, baby. I am a killer, you don't need to push. I'm fucking deep,
Hot as fuck
too
out
deep,
here,
they
homie.
wouldn't want me. I'll think of something, some reason to fuck it up in. I'm fucking up in,
But
daily marijuana
once
puffing.
the
I'm
sun
never
goes down, I'll be
cuffing.
chilly.
Other people pussy fucking, I'm ever loving. All the ones that turn to nothing, I feel I'm coming, but I'm not ready to leave them. The ones who breathing, I need to stay, I found a reason. I need a reason to stick around a couple seasons. I got a feeling like I'm easily making millions. I'm used to having nothing, never had much of anything, and everything I did have was human beings. And now with every fabric in my being, I miss them even in my dreams. So then I go to sleep, and if I don't see them, when I wake up, I might take off just to meet them. Open the gates, I come to greet them, I ain't leaving. Get out of my way, I climbed out of hell just to see them. Damn. We all just broken hearted. We all got issues with the past.
Like, oh, that's cool.
We mad when they say the word retarded, but never stop the
That
kid
part,
from
even
shooting
that I
up the
could have done
class.
without.
Wish I could heal the broken hearted.
I mean, it's a bar, it's not a hood,
I
you
wish
know?
Hitler would've got some pussy. I'd rather never be a martyr, baby. I am a killer, you don't need to push me. We all just broken hearted. We all got issues with the past. We mad when they say the word retarded, but never stop the kid from shooting up the class. Wish I could heal the broken hearted. Shit, I wish Hitler would've got some pussy. I'd rather never be a martyr, baby. I am a killer, you don't need to push me.
Hell yeah. I miss thunderstorms, bro. Back in Florida, bro, there'd be a whole bunch of nights. Shit was relaxing. Love me a good thunderstorm. Oof. Should we do You Hurt Me? Let's do it.
All I wanted was a
see if
zero
there's any
minimum
stories
manufacturer,
behind the lyrics
and then I
here.
found Tap Stitch. I started MB Levite because I
I'm sure all y'all heard this one, right?
So you know it's slap.
I probably told this every story I could tell about this one. Like crying in the studio
Look,
and then making me keep
my
it 'cause
father
it
was a
just so
bitter man.
emotional.
He said, son, don't get caught up with these bitches, man. And
Not
know the
making
differences
it,
between acquaintances and then a friend. I laughed.
Run that shit back.
Look, my father was a bitter man. He said, son, don't get caught up with these bitches, man. And know the differences between acquaintances and then a friend. I laughed and said, Papa, I'ma find a queen. Said that booty ain't no different in designer jeans. You wanna make it, and I know that you gon' find the means. And with success comes money and plus hypocrisies. So know the difference between a Brutus and Socrates. And know you may be solo, I may not go down the road you lead, but I'll be watching from the sky, though you won't notice me. And when I die, it's gonna hit you hard, but don't go to sleep. It's time to move a million
Oh, I know
miles.
you have,
Keep
yo.
the fucking potency. Be the man I know you to be, don't skip out on loyalty. But don't be loyal to anybody, some people scummy. We seen it, dummy, how many times they've taken from me. But Papa, when I make it though, you'll be right beside me. Said that I'ma make it first, you'll be way behind me.
See, even that, I guess, you know, that could be something. Like, even that line
This one without crying, man. Fuck.
might be obvious as far as, you know, I'll make it first, you'll be way behind. Like I'll die first. But then he's, you know, it's also remember, like, from whatever is whatever, and then also me just telling y'all shit that he taught me. You know, the road is the journey, right? So what is making it? Because the end is death. So he says, I know you want to make it, and I believe that you'll find the means, But with success, so he's talking about my version of make it, but with success comes money and plus hypocrisies. So know the difference between a Brutus and Socrates, and know you won't be so, and know you won't be so, and know you gon' be solo. I may not be down that road I may not be down the road you lead, but I'll be watching from the sky. Hope you don't hope that you know. Yeah, but I'll be watching from the sky. Hope you notice me. And fuck that part up. Let me go back. But y'all heard what I said. But yeah, man, it's this song always fucked me up, bro.
Can't do this one.
Something. It's not even just a dead dad song. I made a few of those. I can listen to 90% of them. I'm straight. But something. I think it's the conversation back and forth, because this is shit that we've said, and it's also shit that we didn't say that was said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't spoken, but it was known.
I'm crying, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I missed my point because I got off track. Anyway, my point is that was, and I'm gonna make it first. You'll be way behind me. So it brought it back around to that idea. It's like, what's making it, bro? Like, be the end of the road, right? At the end of the movie, it stops. The tape's out, right? That's it. Like, the story's over. You're done. So enjoy that road, and I'll make it there first, and you'll make it way behind me, God willing, right? It just kind of switches it. He's not talking about. We're not talking about making it then.
Keep the fucking potency. Be the mad, I know you do be. Don't skip out.
And even that part, that was some shit my daddy say too. Like, hey man, if this is what you're about, don't be the artist that makes it and then puts a dot in a circle and goes and sells it for $1 million, right? Hopefully you still sell it for $1 million, but you put your fucking heart into that shit. Leave, that's your legacy. Put your heart, put your soul into that shit.
When I die, it's gonna hit you hard, but don't go to sleep. It's time to move 1,000,000 miles. Keep the fucking potency. Be the mad, I know you do be. Don't difference between them.
And I'll be honest, part of that song hurts too, I think, because I failed in that on some level. Not now, but back then, because I was doing it. I was really doing it. I just did some movies. I was in some TV shows. I was moving. He died, and I became a monster, bro. A monster. I punched the director in the face. I was just fighting everybody, burning bridges, and not even realizing I'm doing it, blaming everybody else. Oh, fuck y'all, bro. Y'all don't like this side of me, but I'm going through hell right now. Y'all motherfuckers like me when I was all happy. He. Fuck you, motherfucker. Taking everything offensively. Just bad, dark place, which is literally what he said not to do. It's gonna hit you hard, but don't go to sleep. I went to sleep, man. And I think that's why it hurts too. But now we're moving. Now we're doing what he said. But yeah, it's gonna hit you hard, but don't go to sleep. That's time to move 1,000,000 miles an hour. Keep the potency. And that's what I'm trying to do now.
This isn't then a friend. I laughed and said, Papa, I'ma find a queen. Said that booty ain't no different in design.
And that line goes without saying. So he said that booty ain't no different in designer jeans. Like, yeah, you find a queen, cool, but what do you mean by queen? Like a girl in a nice club and a rich queen? Or you mean like a real person? Because none of that shit matters. It's about the booty inside the pants, not the pants, right?
Jeans, you wanna make it, and I know that you gon' find the means. And with success comes money and plus hypocrisies. So know the difference between a Brutus and Socrates. And know you may be solo, I may not go down the road you lead, but I'll be watching from the sky, though you won't notice me. And when I die, it's gonna hit you hard, but don't go to sleep. It's time to move 1,000,000 miles, keep the fucking potency. Be the mad, I know you do be. Don't skip out on loyalty, but don't be loyal to anybody. Some people scummy, we seen it, dummy. How many times they take it from me? But Papa, when I make it though, you'll be right beside me. Said that I'ma make it first, you'll be way behind me.
So yeah, man. And then another line, we seen it, dummy. How many times they've taken from me, right? That line hits me hard too, because my pop, he was one of them dudes, man. Like, he was streetwise and all that to a degree, but he was innocent, dog. Like, to the day he died, he was innocent. He was so good. And I don't mean that like he did it, we've all done dirt, but his intentions, he was just such a good person. And because of that, he really let people really took advantage of him, right? And there've been many times that me and my brother had to stop that shit. Like, I remember my dad had a friend at a bar, right? One of his bar friends. We used to call him, oh, it's another bar friend, right? Oh no, I love this guy. He's my we talk about everything. I love this guy. Like, all right. Well, another bar friend says he's gonna fix. My brother had this whole Cadillac that wasn't, didn't work. Oh, he said he could fix it. My dad's like, oh, called me and Jeremy. Hey, my friend's gonna fix the Cadillac. Me and my brother like, yeah, right. All right. So anyway, 3 weeks later, no one knows where homie is. Cadillac's gone, dude's gone, as we pretty much knew. Me and my brother had to go. My dad was like, no, he'll come back. He wouldn't do that. You know, there's going to be a reason. There's going to be a reason. It's like, nah, there ain't no reason, Dad. Like, the reason is he's a fucking drug addict, fucking drunk piece of shit. Probably pawned it, probably sold it. Anyway, me and my brother went looking. Someone ended up hitting us up. Yo, that shit's sitting out over here. We went to it. That motherfucker was sleeping in the back seat of it. He never knew nobody that could fix nothing. I mean, the thing drove. It was just fucked up. He never knew anybody that could fix it. He got kicked out of his house because he's a fucking drunk, drug addict piece of shit. And he just called my dad and made that whole shit up so he could basically steal the car and live in it. And we had, you know, me and my brother put, you know, give him a couple of bops. But there was a lot of that. There was a lot of that. Like, another time, I remember my dad was so excited, man. These stories kill me, bro. He was so excited. He's like, oh, I met this girl at the bar. She's, you know, she's really nice and da-da-da. It's like, all right, cool, man. And 2-3 days later, I come home. My fucking PlayStation is gone. The TV's gone. Everything's gone. My dad's just sitting there looking all sad. I'm like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I brought that girl home and I went to sleep and I guess, you know, I guess she took some stuff. I'm like, yeah, Dad, she took everything, buddy. So it's kind of that, you know, it's like we've seen it, dummy, how many times they've taken from me, you know, just that being good shit. Same thing, we had to go around, get that shit back. It, you know, he was a good dude, man. Too good for this world, you know what I mean? Too good for this world. But it toughened me and my brother up to, like, you know, have to defend him when it came time to it.
Yeah.
I don't think about that shit a lot, man, but yeah, so I think that's why this song fucks me.
I scream, Papa, I can't make it through. I think you fucking lied to me. Told me I'd be strong enough. Why my fucking eyes blurry? Why the fire burn me? Why ain't everybody ride for me? Why they lie on me? Why you and my people?
This verse is clearly a response. Like, this is, you know, we talked about it. Oh, I'll die first, da-da-da-da. You know, you'll be strong. Don't worry. It's going to hurt, but it'll be strong. And then this is me telling them, just like I told y'all, like, well, I wasn't strong, motherfucker. Like, you lying son of a bitch. You know, this shit is, like, the fuck. What the fuck? That's kind of this whole verse right here is a mix of, like, clearly I love him and I miss him and I'm sad, but I'm angry, bro. I'm angry. And that's grief. That's grief, and that's why I'm glad I put this fucking song out the way that I did. Because if you haven't experienced it yet, God forbid, unfortunately you will if you get to live long enough. So not even God forbid, God willing.
Yo, I scream, Papa, I can't make it through. I think you fucking lied to me. Told me I'd be strong enough. Why my fucking eyes blurry? Why the fire burn me? Why ain't everybody ride for me? Why they lie on me? Why you and my people die on me? I know the difference between acquaintance and friend. My pop's wisdom circle around my head once again. My head then it spin. Put a barrel under my chin. Let the thunder start rumbling. That come with the wind. Take it as a sign that he in the sky looking down on me. Notice that he smiled as the rain that surrounded me. He crying too. I built a ladder trying to climb to you. I roll about 50 plus a
not to pause it like mid crazy like that, but that part of the verse is really deep on many levels. For one, man, I was super suicidal, obviously, when he first passed. I just saw the world as so fucked, and the only good was gone, you know? And I just wanted to join him wherever it was. And so, you know, that whole thing, and like that's pretty much a true story, metaphorically and not. Like, I definitely was gonna do it, and I'm not gonna say it actually just started raining or some shit, but it's like I saw him in my mind so vividly, more than I could now if I wanted to. And it was like he was just like, you fucking piece of shit if you do that. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of that idea is like put a barrel under my chin and then let the thunder start rumbling, right? Which really like shooting in a sense, metaphoric. Let the thunder start rumbling. That come with the wind. Take it as a sign, like the thunder stopped me from doing it. Take it as a sign that he's in the sky looking down on me. Rain started. You know, and then like the rain came down, like he's crying too, like we're both crying. Crazy, and all that's true. There's some metaphoric, poetic shit in there. You know, life's not like fucking Lion King where you look up and he's in the sky, but it was as close as the real life version of that, if that makes sense.
And once again, my head then it spin. Put a barrel under my chin. Let the thunder.
Which, my bad, just pause it again, but that's also why in the past, or even in songs I've also referenced that Mufasa in the sky thing from that same moment, the same concept, right? Besides obvious reasons.
My head's in a spin, put a barrel under my chin. Let the thunder start rumbling, that come with the wind. Take it as a sign that he in the sky looking down on me. Notice that he smiled as the rain that surrounded me. He's crying too. I built a ladder trying to climb to you. I roll about 50 plus a day to try to fly to you, confide in you. I wanna be with you but ain't dying soon. I got a bunch of songs to write, I hope that you be vibing to. Sometimes when I write, I picture you in the living room, writing your songs, tuning guitars, I listen to them. You struggle trying to get your voice through your bad lungs, and on my bad days can't amount to that one. I think it's beautiful, scratchy and filled with phlegm. I'd give $1 million to just hear you sing it again. Fuck.
Yeah, man. And then even that even that scratchy line shit, like even that goes deep on different levels, because, you know, towards the end his lungs were all fucked up, and, you know, when he was always writing songs and singing songs, but he couldn't really get his breath out or sing it right, so he'd get really frustrated. And I remember when I had the home studio, I tried to record him doing one of his songs called 85-Year-Old Jesse, which is a song he wrote when he was like younger than I was at the time. And I remember I was so mad because we were always trying to get him to stop smoking, and he kind of put himself in that position. So I remember even giving him shit, which I feel so bad for. Like, oh, like, because he'd get frustrated. He's like, I can't get the fucking song. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe if you didn't fucking smoke for the past 20 years, like, being an asshole. And now it's like, you know, obviously, you know, like I said, I'd give $1 million just to hear you sing through that bad lung. When back in the day, it'd be like, oh, man, like, sucks you did that. Yeah, so that's that. Let's move on to a different song. Let's get out of this vibe, because I don't want to live in that vibe right now. Shit, Death Dealer, my condolences, homie. That's fuck, homie. That's tough, bro. That's tough. That's a lot. My condolences, man. And, you know, that's what the music's here for, bro. It's the kind of shit, you know, that's what we're here for. All right. See, we got any more requests? A Sign, Screaming Thunder. Oh, I got you. Let's do it. Let's do it. That song is I haven't heard that one in a long time. That's an interesting track. I'm really proud of that one. That one is kind of that concept of like, you know, maybe even the same vibe, like a soul or something looking down from the sky. I mean, it's just hard to find the thing that you need or the thing that you want, or it's impossible to find it. Like a lightning bolt all the way in the top, you know, up high up in the sky, trying to find a penny. I mean, a penny's made out of copper, it's right, it's made out of metal, so it is conductive. So like, you know, it could hit that penny possibly, but then that penny happens to be laying in between large metal poles meant to get the lightning. So it's like, that was the concept of that. Like, see, like it's right, it's so far away, but it's right there, and if I could just get to it, but I can't get to it because literally just going in its direction, I'm gonna be led away, right? I'm gonna be led to the pole. I'm always gonna hit that pole first. I can't get to the penny. And something about that visual I couldn't get out of my head. And then that's when I wrote that line, you know, the if I was a lightning bolt and you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by surrounded by great poles peeking through the clouds, I couldn't find you. I tried, but I just light my, you know, something, let my light around you and screaming thunder.
My name is Kirsten Penalosa.
Some shit, I don't fucking know. I gotta listen back. But you get what I'm saying, man. But that was the whole song. Like everything I read after that was to somewhat fill a space, because that was the concept. If you were a penny and I was a lightning bolt.
If I was a lightning bolt and you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by steel poles piercing through the clouds, I couldn't find you. I tried, but I just light the sky around you, so screaming thunder and hope to get my sound through. If I was a lightning bolt And you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by steel poles piercing through the clouds. I couldn't find you. I tried, but I just light the sky around you and screaming thunder and hope to get my sound through. Now if my only way of speaking is to spark a fire, and you easily burn forever like a stack of tires, maybe I should stay afar. As a wheel, you're meant to move a car, and as a star, I guess I'm meant to burn apart. I bet the earth and the sun been tired of each other for a minute, but right before they burned out, I bet they wish they didn't. From the sky, I watch they parking lots pave your flesh, cloth cover your breasts, and the smoke is choking them to death. But the farther that I fly, the less I'm needing sunscreen. It's just a pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam with two other rays of light, one red and one green. I wonder what that mean. And what about those spaces in between?
That's actually a good line to explain. And if you look at the music video, the little cut up that I did for it, you'll see that picture. But there's an old picture. It's the farthest picture from space. And I think it's I don't even remember what, I think the Voyager, so I don't know. It's the satellite that went the farthest, and then it turned around, took a picture of Earth, and Earth was this tiny little blue dot. But for some reason, there was literally this beautiful, there's like a giant ray of red, green, and yeah, there's these giant rays of light, one red, one green. Well, two are red and one is green. But what's crazy is that our planet was in one of the rays of light. But it's just crazy, how big is that? What is that ray, right? It's just so big. It's bigger than everything. It's bigger than the sun. It's just fucking crazy. It's such a wild picture. So I pictured that, right? Again, like I'm floating now farther. Now I'm not even lightning. Now I'm a satellite in space, which I think I said. We'll run it back.
Choking them to death.
But I don't know if you guys have ever seen that picture. It's pretty wild. I think it's just called the pale blue dot or something.
The farther that I fly, the less I'm needing sunscreen. It's just a pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam with two other rays of light, one red and one green. I wonder what that mean. And what about those spaces in between? I see pixels, are we living in a screen? I'm wondering, can anyone hear my scream? Lonely tree, falling in the forest, ain't nobody see. Dig my roots
like
into the ground, so now the earth's a part of me.
Quantum physics, right? And philosophy mixed in one, right? If no one's in the forest, can you hear the tree fall? And then, the wave theory shit, like if you're not looking at it, it's acting differently. So for all we know, the tree didn't even fall, it floated, right? Like we don't know, we weren't there to see it, so it did whatever it wanted to do, if it even existed. And we go into the fucking, I'm getting deep with y'all, but we go into the fucking, the cat, the Schrodinger's cat or whatever the fuck his name is. Is it alive, is it dead? You gotta open the box. If you don't open the box, is it even in the box? Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Falling in the forest, ain't nobody see. Did my roots into the ground, so now the earth's a part of me.
And the smoke is choking them to death. But the farther that I fly, the less I'm needing sunscreen. It's just a pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam with two other rays of light, one red and one green. I wonder what that mean. And what about those spaces in between? I see pixels, are we living in a screen? I'm wondering, can anyone hear my scream? Lonely tree, falling in the forest, ain't nobody see. Dig my roots into the ground, so now the earth's a part of me. Life's an installation, piece of art, being watched, hung on a wall maybe, I don't know. I just smoke too much, we all crumble dust, no more double dutch, we all growing up. Time is cold as fuck, but time be weird, time and time again, then time will fuck you up. Be like, what the fuck? Like, if it's relative, then we both eating and we throwing up. I keep on my hustle and I wonder when I'll be blowing up. I just hope it ain't like Challenger when I be going up. If I was a lightning bolt and you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by steel poles piercing through the clouds, I couldn't find you. I tried, but I just light the sky around you and screaming thunder and hope to get my sound through. If I was a lightning bolt and you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by steel poles piercing through the clouds, I couldn't find you. I tried, but I just light the sky around you and screaming thunder and hope to get my sound through. If I was a lightning bolt and you were a penny on the ground, but surrounded by steel poles piercing through the clouds, I couldn't find you.
Oh, dope, man. I appreciate it,
I tried,
man.
but I light the sky around you. I scream in thunder and hope to get my sound through.
Yeah, those are three classics, man, for sure. Joe said Small Violin, The Ledge, and You Hurt Me would be good songs to show I got range. I feel like I wouldn't show Small Violin just because I feel like it comes off too Eminem-y, which is just not the vibe. Maybe the verses, not the hook. Maybe I'd trade that for subliminal messages.
Thinking of hiring a new team member?
Same kind of vibe.
AI can help quickly craft thoughtful interview questions, so you can find the perfect candidate faster.
Hey, shut up, you bitch. All right, let's see what else we got. Roach in the Ashtray. I haven't listened to that in a while. I think I had some deep meanings in this one. Let's go back. I mean, obviously, the whole concept of feeling like a roach in an ashtray, right? You feel used and, and discarded. You feel like you're finished, in a sense.
Look.
That was this song. That feeling of like, man, I'm never gonna fucking make it. I'm used and discarded, bro. But you gotta know that ain't true.
Time keep moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burn hotter, then gets a little colder. A roach in the ashtray, doobie in the trash can. Smoking on my last blunt, feeling like a has-been. Time keep moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burn hotter, then gets a little colder. A roach in the ashtray, doobie in the trash can. Smoking on my last blunt, feeling like a has-been. Like, Matt, damn, where you going? Tell me where you been. I'm on my own, leave me alone, hanging with a friend. It's Dolo looking in, cause I'm the only one who's seeing. But if you open up your mind, it might just lead you by the hand. It might just lead you all astray. Co-create a cult of lands, procreate with pretty bitches, spread my seed over the land. Like Matt back on his Genghis-Khan and fucking hoes again. And Matt ain't gonna be coming home until he has a win. Like I just have to vent, hoes always be talking shit. Like how you always roll and leave when you don't have a cent. Bitch, cause every cent is spent on bud that'll keep me lit. Every day that passes by is one closer to losing it. And I'm close to losing my shit. Society is broken. Even if we fix our politics, the earth is barely holding. From nuclear explosions, oil spills in the oceans, fracking all the gases, plastic replacing glasses, trilateral committees, the smog in the cities, the dumbing down to you so they don't vote out your committees.
I hate that I said committee twice. I meant to say something else.
A fat blunt so I could get high as the city sky. Time keep moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burn hotter, then get a little colder. A roach in the ashtray, doobie in a trash can. Smoking on my last blunt, feeling like a has-been. Time keep moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burned hotter, then got a little colder. A roach in the ashtray, doobie in a trash can. Smoking on my last blunt, feeling like a has-been. Losing some time, riding through the city sublime. Eyes low from the lime, I was focused on mine. I couldn't hear the children playing out, all the people hanging out, dressing up like superheroes, bringing all them villains out. Feel it out, caught a body, guess that you a killer now. Survival of the fittest and your ribs just started poking out. Keep a blade for poking out, ain't got love for no one now. Grinding till I'm on the stage and rolling loud, moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burned hotter, then got a little colder. A roach in the ashtray, doobie in a trash can. Smoking on my last blunt, feeling like a has-been. Time keep moving, man, I got older. Like when the blunt burned hotter, then got a little colder. A roach in
what popped out for me, which I thought was fun, or not even fun, kind of a dark lyric, but was that whole like Halloween riding through the city, a bunch of kids dressed like superheroes, but that brings all the villains out. Like, you know, like weird, you know how they say every Halloween, like, you know, be careful, like there's always some kid that gets killed, like something bad with kids, unfortunately, always happens on Halloween, like some weirdos doing some fucking evil weirdo shit. So I like that. I mean, not that I like that, but I like that concept of bringing it back, because a lot of kids, you know, a lot of kids dress up like monsters and shit, but a lot of them dress up like superheroes. So just that concept of like superheroes bringing the villains out. But like that's, you know, like how dark is that, man? How sad is that? But it's true, and we gotta talk about shit like that. So, you know, I couldn't see the children. I couldn't. Some people, all the people hanging out. I'm gonna play that shit back real quick so I can get the whole. I write a lot, man. I write a lot. I couldn't hear them people hanging out, all them children playing out, dressing up like superheroes, bringing all them villains out. Nah, I said that wrong. Forgive me, dog. Forgive me. Oh, I exited out of it. All right, whatever. Fuck it. On to the next song. What else we got in this bitch? It's 5 o'clock. I've been going for a minute. I'm probably gonna cut it in like 30.
Don't come
maybe.
easy.
I don't know. You know, see how it goes. But if
when
y'all
you
got
get
any requests or anything, let me know. Again, man, if you can, jump on the motherfucking merch site, bro. Help me push this fucking merch. Be a walking billboard. Tell me if you fucking like the shit. Maybe you're waiting for another design I previewed. But go grab that shit. Go support it. There's some dope shit out there. What's a good one to break down? I don't know. Let's just play some shit. Gotta get my mind right.
Yeah, look, I gotta get my mind right. Keep my lime lit, then I hit the limelight. Red eye like I came in from a long flight.
I mean, I play both, but I only got an Xbox right now. I got
Cooler than most,
white
like
Xbox.
ice running my vascular. I'm out for blood like Dracula. Count, blow out your bacula, spectacular. Man, I always keep it immaculate. They always gonna be talking shit, but rarely ever backing it. They lacking it. Only thing you moving is your jaws. A place for my balls. At my speed, it look like you pause. You fucking with gods. Kanye, Clayton, Bigsby, bitches. I bet when you look in the mirror, your skin then itches. Go and placate the crackers, you no fan of me. But when it goes down, you'll be in the camps with me. So, fuck your life, bitch. Yeah, look. I gotta get my mind right. Keep my line.
It's probably self-explanatory, but that goes back to like, you know, like talk about Kanye when he was started all the anti-Semitic shit. I was like, man, fuck that motherfucker. And then plus that whole like minorities being pro-genocide of other minorities is insane, especially when you are one of the groups attached to it. So I was trying to say something, you know, along the lines like, all right, you know what I'm saying, you enjoy yourself thinking because you're rich, you're different. You know, that's why I say you'll be in the camps with me. Like, if that shit goes down, you'll be right there. And I said Clayton Bigsby, bitches, because, you know, like, Clayton Bigsby was the character that Dave Chappelle played who was racist against, he was like the blind KKK guy. Didn't know he was black, so he was like racist against his own kind. So it's kind of that, like, man, he's self-sabotaging ass motherfucker, bro. Giving power to the evil.
Then I hit the limelight. Red eye like evil, I came in from a long flight. It's been a long day, probably be a long night. Yeah, I gotta get my mind right. Keep my lime lit, then I hit the limelight. And red eye like I came in from a long flight. It's been a long day, probably be a long night. Roll another blunt up before my other blunt's done. Another blunt put out, cause y'all don't let that blunt run. I just wanna sit back. I've been on some chill shit. Y'all be hype like cokeheads. Always wanna kill shit. Always popping pill shit. Really trying to die young. Demon time and hellbound. I'm Judah hard to lie on. My people bound to Zion. The joy of my world's there. Need no one to cry on. And really there's no one there. I'm followed by gray clouds. Really there's no sun here. From elephant graveyards, Mufasa won't let his son here. So no chance to meet a royal. Fuck it, chilling with hyenas, Rapunzel. Joy of my world's there. Need no one to cry on. And really there's no one there. I'm followed by gray clouds. Really there's no sun here. From elephant graveyards, Mufasa won't let his son here. So no.
Like, there ain't no fucking, you know, we didn't go to school with royalty, with celebrities, with fucking rich people. You know what I'm saying? We ain't do none of that. Man, Judah, bro. Shout out to Judah Fire. So I'll keep it funky with you, man. So I went out of town. I had to do some shit, and I asked Judah something really important, bro. I was like, man, look, you're one of the few people I trust right here in this area right now. You know, could you do me a favor? Could you feed my cats while I'm gone? He said he could do it. I told him I'd pay him some money. He's like, oh, you don't got to pay me nothing. I was like, no, I'll give you something because I'm going to need you to come out there 2 times a day. He said he was down. I get it that it was hard. He ended up just saying he didn't want to do it. And I was like, bro, it's cool. But the problem is you got to still do it until I'm back because I'm fucking 4,000 miles away making money that I need in order to pay the rent. And, you know, if I knew you couldn't do it from the beginning, I wouldn't have asked. So anyway, I'm going to keep it real, man. I basically told him, I said, bro, look, you do whatever you need to do. But if I gotta quit this job mid-job, come back and save my cats, because it's still, no matter what, it's gonna take me 3 days to drive back. If my cats haven't eaten for 3 days when I come back, so I'm gonna fuck you up, bro. You know, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, dude. You know, even if you can only go once a day, my cat, I have nobody there that's gonna be able to do it. Because the only other person who did it with him just had a baby, and he couldn't leave his wife. And I just couldn't find anybody. So I was like, bro, you gotta do it. And unfortunately, man, some people, bro, that's how they work. I shouldn't have said that maybe. But guess what? He went every single day and fed the fucking cats. And then when I came back, he was like, I didn't like that you threatened me, whatever, whatever. And I said, I respect that, homie. But I didn't like that you put me in a position where the shit, that's like my babies, bro. Like, you could have said from the jump you couldn't do it. A man honors his fucking commitment. And it wasn't even like there was a reason. That's what pissed me off too. It wasn't like, hey, I got this new job or they changed my schedule. Like, I literally can't. It was like, I just don't want to. I feel like, whatever. So that's just what it was, bro. I told him I was gonna punch him, and he got scared about it. And look, at the end of the day, dog, like, I don't want no fake motherfuckers around me. And like, I've seen him a few times since then, and by his reaction, I realized, like, dude's kind of a weirdo. There was some other shit too, man, to keep it funky. Like I did a recording session for him, and dude just got. I mean, I probably shouldn't tell homies business, but nah, fuck it, man. I'll keep it real with y'all. Dude got all fucking high, and like, it was just real goofy, and like, it was just like, I liked having homie around because he was a spiritual person, and I felt like he had some wisdom. And then I just saw he was going down, and I tried to help him, and that like, what I'm saying, like, a real friend wouldn't have done that with the cats. So I stuck around after the goofy shit, because I'm like, hey, if he's going through a hard time or whatever, like, whatever, man, listen, you get into rehab, you get back to being normal, like, whatever, we're still cool. But then the cat shit, like, basically, bro, I know an addict when I see one, bro, and when motherfucker starts acting selfish like that. Anyway, that's what it is, bro. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. But like I said, a few times I've seen him since, and I looked him in the eyes, and like, he wanted to walk away, but already saw me, so came back, and I was like, man, you're good, bro, you're good. He was like, no, we're cool. So I was like, all right, just give him a handshake. But you could tell he was kind of a weirdo. And then he sent me a message one day. There was a hip hop show in this area, and he's like, bro, we should go to this. And I was like, all right, cool, man, how you been? Never heard back. So I don't know, man. I tried to be cool about it, but I got nothing but love for him. I just, honestly, the only thing for me besides the cat shit, it was that look when I last saw him, bro, where it's kind of like, no, I thought homie was a real one. I had a girl try to tell me he shouldn't have been canceled due to his mental. Fuck that stupid bitch. A lot of people have mental health problems, you know what I'm saying? I got mental health problems, you know what I mean? If I ever start saying fucking N-word and crazy shit, guess what? That means it was in my character. You're never gonna hear me say it because it ain't in my fucking character. Like, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I have mental health problems. Most of my friends that I love to death have mental health problems, and it comes with a lot of bad shit. A lot of fucking, even sometimes dangerous. Damn near Terrence lost his motherfucking mind and almost killed some of us. Because he just went so crazy. He ain't never be like, fuck Jews. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not like, nah, bruh. That's a deep-seated evil, homie. From all types, bro. From all types. If you look at an entire group of people and see them as one thing, you're broken inside. Stereotypes can exist for sure, especially in certain areas or certain communities. People can be alike. And it might have a negative feeling for you and your culture, but it might not be that for them. It's all about, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you ain't shit and they ain't shit and we all in this shit together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Chance to meet a royal, fuck it, chillin' with hyenas. Rapunzel's let their hair down and we made a couple Thumbelinas. Gina Valentina's, all I need is just a few of these. Couple $1 million and some good words at my eulogy. So many say they love me, but I know
who
that
couldn't need a couple of Gina Valentinas, you know what I mean?
you was fooling me, but I was fooling them, Jekyll and Hyde like there was two of me.
Yeah,
I gotta get my mind right. Keep my lime lit, then I hit the limelight. Red eye like I came in from a long flight. It's been a long day.
But let me say one more thing too about the Judah thing. There's a good chance too that whatever the situation at the studio was the same on the street when he saw me. So it could have also been like, oh, I'm hot. Like, it could have been a high thing, so maybe even I'm reading too much into that. So like I said, I got love for the dude, bro.
Probably.
And I hope he's good. I hope he's good because he's a good dude.
Be a long night, yeah. I gotta get my mind right. Keep my lime
some
lit,
people
then
are
I
just,
hit the limelight. And red eye like I came in from a long flight. It's been a long day, probably be a long night.
You can't put a wolf and a fucking
Yeah,
and a
I
chicken in
gotta
the same
get
room
my-
together, bro. And
Yeah.
at some point, the chicken's gonna be scared or the wolf's gonna get hungry, bro.
I gotta get my, yeah. I gotta get my, I gotta get my, I gotta get my motherfucking. I gotta get my mind right. Keep my lime lit, then I hit the limelight. Red eye like I came in from a long flight. It's been a long day, probably be a long night. I gotta get my mind right. I keep my lime lit, and then I hit the limelight.
Yeah, man. I'm always proud of that track.
Starting a fashion brand shouldn't feel impossible.
Shut up. Shut up. Was it 5:30? Yeah, man. Probably gonna head out in like 6 minutes. It looks like
It's
there's only
just
one person here anyway, so
me, myself,
must have
and I.
talked y'all to
Me,
death.
myself, and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, myself, and I. All I got is I. And I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Yeah. Me, myself, and I. All I got is I. And I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Just me, myself, and I. All I got is I. And I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Pretty chill guy that night. Well, I smoke a lot. Catch me on a bad day. Turn a bitch to polka dot. I try to do better, but it's hard when you broke a lot. I say that I'ma change, but if you know me, then you know I'm not. Car still a lemon and I'm smoking in the parking lot. I be with hyenas, we be hanging where it's dark a lot. I could list 1,000 reasons why my heart is blocked. I told that bitch reverse and back like it's a parking spot. I take a bright sunny day and make it sad and blue. Dark clouds always seem to follow me like Lakitu. Fucked up the bag and we lost more than a pack or two. Like trying to re-up, but ain't nobody getting back to you. Then suddenly they back to you and asking for things that they never asked of you. If all I ever saw was a feature, ain't got a track for you. Feel bad for you. Now when we make it, ain't coming back for you. I know the phone's tapped, ain't no way that I'm getting back to you. Well, fuck them people hurtful. Rolling my leaf with purple, that got me feeling heady. I'm ready, let's drop a verbal, a wordful. Did I do that? I'm Steven Urkel. Make $1 million, hang with my inner circle. Was really hurtful. If you paid attention to the plot, so many friends and family gone that circle became a dot. Me, myself, and I. All I got is
cut out some of that paper
and
on this
I'm
one.
alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't
it's
need
hot as
no
shit
one
today.
else. Me, myself, and I. All I got is I, and I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Yeah. Look. You a pretty dope dude, Matthew. That mean gift of God. Bless me with the gift of gab. Curse me with a life that's hard. Always kept it moving, but with one foot hanging out the car. So no matter how fast we went, I ain't get that far. I'm living for my art, cause that's just what's in my heart. These people split like cigars, then everything fall apart. Remember in the beginning, ain't better though at the start. I'm better off on my own. This meal will come a la carte. Head in the clouds with a blunt in my mouth. I love the gray days when the sun doesn't come out. My lifestyle fucked up, everything is fucked up. These bitches talking shit, so I told them to shut the fuck up. You motherfuckers tripping, you need to just puff a L. Sit back, put your feet up, breathe it, and then exhale. Since we live in the fire, no need to worry about hell. Hell, a motherfucker might as well put me in a cell. When my dad died, I told him I would live for us both. Bought a Beamer 2-seater, now I ride with his ghost. Me, myself, and I. All I got is I, and I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Just me, myself, and I. All I got is I, and I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Just me, myself, and I. All I got is I, and I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself, cause I'm cool as fuck. Don't need no one else. Just me, myself and I. All
Yeah, I'll
I
probably cut
got
it.
is I,
Goddamn.
and I'm alright. I don't mind hanging with myself.
I'll probably
'cause
cut it
I'm
after
cool
this.
as fuck.
I
Go
gotta get
fuck
something to eat, man. I
yourself.
ain't eat shit today. Yeah, man. Well, it's been fun, bro. We broke down some shit. If y'all, anyone's still in this bitch, do me a favor, man. Maybe for the next one, think of some lyrics in advance. I'll do the same, so I can have maybe a couple of stories in the, in the barrel ready to go. But hey, man, I appreciate you, bro. It's been a great fucking night. I love you, motherfuckers, and I will see you on the next one, man. Peace.